Sound to your mind.
Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Shouts all on my team, I need more than a mattress support in my dreams. Could grab a few Zeds like I'm falling asleep, but I don't wanna wake for the morning. Grief, breathe. Tears drop to the form in the sea. I broke heart, but it's worn in my sleeve. Never listened, I was warned in my teens, but I still skipped school, I was taught in the streets. Ring back, don't call for police. Stand tall, don't fall for the beast. Got issues with trust, so I'm born to believe. We've been a victim of love and now we're caught in it deep. Breathe.
Yes, people, what's happening? And welcome back to Gav Goes In. Big up yourselves each and every time. Lumi Rain, no doubt that she'll be, flashing up in the chat as usual. League champions, I told you, in September. Yeah, listen, you also told us that Mason Mount's on par with JJ Okocha, innit? So I don't think I forgot that one, and if there's any justice in the world, man, we'll sort that one out as well. But now, big up to yourself each and every time. Yes, Fitz, what you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, man, same old same. Good weekend in Manchester, can't lie. Everything went well for a money guy anyway. Well, not with the real side anyway, innit?
I hear it, man. I hear it. I mean, to be fair, man, I have to be honest. I would love City to win if it meant that Arsenal can't win this league title, man. But yeah,
I hear it, but you know what, bro? I can't lie. I can't stand either of them. I don't want to see either of them doing well. So if I see either of them drop points or any of that, I'm gonna celebrate it because fuck them. It's Arsenal and it's City, innit? Like there's no winner there for me. So
I hear it. Yeah, man, but I don't know, man. I'd much prefer City to win the game. I can't even lie, man.
Yo, I'll tell you straight.
Anything.
It could have been a better weekend if Arsenal would have been held to a draw too. Like I'd have took all that. But fuck it, it is what it is, innit? I feel like they're gonna scum the way to something. But like I said in the chat the other day, as long as it's nothing more than a domestic double, I can deal with it. Anything more than that, and I'm gonna lose faith in football completely. It's done.
Yeah. If Arsenal was to somehow, which ain't gonna happen anyway, if they was to somehow win a quadruple, I think I'd honestly say, bro, I don't think I'd watch football anymore, man. I think it'd be the end of it.
Bro, I'm telling you,
I'll be honest.
I'll be resigning to just watching Premier League years. That's it. Just the retro season reviews, and I'm out.
Yeah, I think World Cup, and I'll be off, man, because there's no way I'm gonna be tuning into watching to be hearing these Arsenal fans talking about quadruple every time.
Bro,
so,
I'll tell you the truth. If they won a quadruple, I don't even think I'd watch the World Cup because there's no way that style of play wouldn't then be incorporated by some prick in the World Cup, and it would ruin the World Cup as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's gonna be someone that'll go, "Right, it's worked for Arsenal. Let's do it." Nah, bro, I'm not here for it. If they do that, I'm out. I quit.
I hear it, man. And to be fair, man, the fact that they're actually top of the league and they're doing what they're doing with that kind of style of play. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. But I suppose, man, just for the time being, man, we just got to enjoy it and enjoy their nonsense as well in the chat. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't looking forward to this one today. I'll be serious, but you got to show up. Isn't it?
I've been excited since I watched that Liverpool match. I tell you the truth, I'm waiting to see Jonas all day.
Tell a lie. So from one disappointment to the next, Jay, what you saying, man? You good?
I'm good, brother. I've resigned to the fact that we're dog shit. We've been dog shit all season.
Listen, you got one positive, Rio. Rio getting his first start in a little while. So yeah, man. But your team, man, I just don't know what to say, man.
It's slot, bro. It's not our team. It's slot, bro.
You think it's slot? Yeah,
brother. It's the tactics.
It does seem like an Amarim situation now.
It's the tactics, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not.
Yeah, but tell a lie, man. Slot doesn't tell Van Dijk, man, to just get barged off the ball by Colin Mawani. You know what I mean? That's not tactics.
Brother,
That's just that's
it's
just
not
aura
even,
defending going all wrong.
it's
You know
not
what I
even
mean?
that though. It's the fact that you're not allowing the team to press. Like you're telling them to sit back and do whatever they're doing. There's no strong pressing, bro. Like we just sit back and invite pressure. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Do you know what I
I hear
mean?
it, man.
And as
But
much
other
as
than that, you're all good though, yeah.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I'm resigned to the fact that we're dog shit. It is what it is. I'm resigned to the fact that we're dog shit and we got a dog shit manager. What else can I say?
Well, listen, we were struggling with that as well, man. But
I'm
we're coming
also
out the other
resigned,
side. Thank God.
resigned to the fact that Arsenal fans are going to come in there and talk shit and act like the
Yeah,
league's
listen,
done
just
and
let
they've
them
won
chat,
the league.
man. Let them chat, man. We got time for it today, unfortunately. Big up to Lumi Rain says, I told you Chelsea would flock too. I was right. Listen, they've got European heritage, man, and a title more recent than you guys. So let's just
And
relax on that one.
to be fair, they've got a lot of European heritage compared to Arsenal. So
There you go. There you go. Yeah, thought Chelsea would finish above us. Who told you that? I never said that. I never said that. Wait, why are you making up stuff for? I never said that. Big up to Babs One Diva as well. Barbara, you must feel honored to be amongst the winner in the chat. Where? Where's the winner? Lumi Rain, man. I want to officially invite you to the parade. Yeah, right.
Arsenal
Yeah.
better not lose it from this position. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, listen, as soon as they get beat tomorrow, yeah, by Leverkusen, I'm going live straight away. I ain't gonna lie, man. In the car, at home. Just
Because
make
the
sure you're
thing
on, man.
is if they lose, they lose to Bayer Leverkusen and they start losing games now, you think to yourself, you're 10 points clear. Like which they're 10 points clear, correct? If they lose from this position, are we classing it as the biggest bottle job?
it's got to be, innit?
Bro, you have to be. I mean, they've been top for what? Virtually the whole season. No?
They've only got 8 games left. Yeah, it's like fuck the game in hand for Chelsea. Like obviously, let's consider that 3 point for City. I mean, let's consider that 3 points. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like there's 8 points. There's 8 games left. If they bottle it at this point, yeah, it's Arteta's got to go. I'm not asked. Every Arsenal fan has to be behind that. Like, you were all Wenger out, yeah, and he was consistently top 4 for you. Now Arteta is consistently top 4 for you, and the same argument should be: where's the trophies, big man?
Yeah, it should be, yeah. Because if you don't
but
win,
the thing is, that fan base, they're too invested in Arteta. I've never seen a fan base so obsessed over a manager. It's odd. I wouldn't mind if he's winning titles, man. But the way they're going about Arteta, like I'm pretty sure Wenger wasn't getting that kind of loving from the fan base.
Of course he won't.
No,
it's odd to me. You know what I mean? But
Wenger was held to a higher standard for some reason. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but like they're all happy with Arteta. Like Arteta's not. The same argument was top 4 is not good enough for a club like Arsenal. What? So 2 is. Second consistently is good enough. Okay, that's wild to me. Sacking your most successful manager because he's not winning trophies and then being happy with Arteta is crazy work.
Yeah, but a happy coming second, isn't it?
It's become acceptable to be a loser. That's what it is, man. Like,
but this is what I'm saying. So when was the transition? When were they happy to not win trophies and just be in the top 4? Because they weren't happy when it was Wenger. So when did that change?
Yeah.
Wait, listen, they're in the chat, man. So listen, Arsenal fans, let us know in the chat, man. When was it acceptable to become losers? Just let us know, man. Let us know, because I just don't understand it, man. I think either I'm out of touch with football, yeah, or there's something seriously that's gone wrong, because I just don't understand why Arteta keeps getting this praise. I mean, they're not even playing good football, you know, not even playing good football, but is what it is, isn't it? But let's get on to it anyway. Clock ender's coming in right on cue. Right, let's brace yourself for this one. If you don't want to go and get some coffee or something, man, then yeah, just by all means, man, go and get that, because he's gonna be on one. But obviously, I've had my say on the Arsenal game against Everton, and I stick by what I said as well. Yeah, big up to Max Dowman for the goal. Yeah, but let's face it, if Jordan Pickford doesn't make a clanger in the for the first goal, Max Dowman doesn't score that goal, because, as I said earlier, you would have seen Pickford in goal. Everton's defense would have been obviously a lot deeper, and that goal never happens. So yeah, it's one of them things. Like, what did you guys make of the game anyway?
Yeah,
Jonas?
I think Everton were in it for a long while. Everton were in it for what 75, 60, 75 minutes of that game until Arsenal do what Arsenal do and it starts getting weary, you start getting tired down. I just don't. I think the question now is that's all good and well, and Everton played well, and Everton have been playing well. But again, like you say, if Jordan Pickford doesn't make that clanger, is it a different game? But again, they win. Do you know what I mean? They win their game, and freaking, there's not a lot you can say. But again, it comes in the 90th minute. It's not like it comes any earlier. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it comes in the first half and they're sitting back for however long to hold on to a 1-0 lead. They get it in the 90th minute.
Yeah. I think that game had draw written all over it, man. It was a poor game, man. And you know what the funny thing is, every game I watch this season, it's just shit. You know what I mean? It's just a shit game to watch a football. And that was another one. And I know people are going to start waxing lyrical about Max Dowman. And the thing is, I do think Max Dowman is a good player. But the facts are, like, did he really turn that game into an enjoyable game when he came on? I don't think so. I just think I look at the ball that he put into the box. Pickford messed that up. And then you look at, obviously, the last goal as well, isn't it? But I think, again, Everton, for me, were always in the game. But, you're always looking at, if they don't take their chances, man, then, these kind of things, in the end up coming back to bite you, innit? And I think that's what happened. And,
exactly, they do come back to bite you, and they come back to haunt you, because, like you say, it's like the whole thing now of the referee. It's like the whole thing now of decisions that referees are giving. But for me, I've always said, you got to take it out of the ref's hands. You got to go 2-3-0 up, and you got to bury your chances, because at the end of the day, you can't rely on the ref, and you can't rely on freaking, do you know what I mean, on your own team doing certain things. And this is the thing I say about Liverpool. Last year, we were high pressing, pressing the teams left, right, and centre. Now we can't even freaking defend against a team that are fucking potentially getting relegated.
Yeah.
But again, it's the case of, you look at it and you sort of go to yourself, we can't defend shit. Like, we can't defend to fucking save our lives. But again, you look at it and you sort of go, you look at us last year and you look at us now and you think, that can't be the same team. That can't be the same team.
It can't. It spent $500 million to fucking. It can't be the same team. You spent $500 million this summer, bro.
Yeah, but again, you still
$500 million and playing shit like that as well. You know what I mean?
But again, it's not like you're buying shit players. It's the tactics for me.
Nah, 100%. I did say during the summer, your window was the best window of every Premier League team.
That's what I mean.
The quality that you added to your squad was ridiculous. It's just they've not clicked, and now they're trying to click into a shit system. It seems, isn't it?
It's just not working. And that's the thing. Is you wouldn't mind if he had built a system that actually worked for him, but he's not. He's trying to play this football when we're looking at it and going, why is he not playing the back three? Like, why are you not playing the back three? You got 3 players back there that could play a back three, in terms of, you got Konate, you got Robertson, and you got Thing that could all play a back three. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you don't have the players to do it. You could potentially play that back three, but again, because you're not willing to take the risk and put players in positions that they might not like. Fuck it, like, I'm not being funny enough. I think the players you've got to make them work in a system that works, and he's not done that. And I'll be honest, I tried to stand by Slot and be like, oh yeah, it'll figure itself out. Now I feel like you lot of hammer him. I'm like, fuck him. I can't, bro. I can't defend it, bro. There's nothing to defend, bro. And as much as it's like, oh yeah, like, oh, we've not, because in the Champions League, we look like a different team. Do you know what I mean? In the Champions League, we look like a different team. But
Bro, I
again,
think you're forgetting you got beat by Galatasaray. What are we doing?
I was
yeah,
just thinking a 1-0 loss to Galatasaray is not a
yeah,
different team.
but we had the ball in the back of the net, which is claimed as thing. We're creating chances, but you look at Liverpool against Tottenham. I'm not being funny enough. I think the players that were on, we should be peppering that goal. Tottenham
No, to be
we
fair.
should be 6-0 up by half time. I don't expect anything less than 6-0 at half time against a shit Tottenham team that's got all those injuries, but we're 1-0 up at half time because of a clang over a keeper. Like, it's bullshit.
Let's get back onto Arsenal because we are going to touch on Liverpool because I know Fitz has got a touch on Virgil van Disney in it. So yeah, we'll get back onto them in it. But let's go on back onto Arsenal because you see me, yeah. I keep it 100 because I've always said, you know, Arsenal are not winning this league title. I've seen enough from them, and I think it'll be wrong of me to not give praise where praise is due, yeah. And what I would say is that for me, you have to give Arsenal the credit because I thought Arsenal would have fumbled by now. But the fact that they are just nicking these games, because let's face it, that game had 0-0 written all over it, yeah. But the fact they come out of it and on paper it looks good 2-0, never a 2-0 game.
Yeah,
but you have to give Arsenal credit, man, because they're finding a way to win games. Because remember, I said the other week, I said the next 4 games, Bayer Leverkusen, the 2 legs, Everton, and Man City. I said there's one along the way somewhere they're going to struggle, and so far, you would say whether it was a penalty or not, they've gone to Bayer Leverkusen and got a draw, and then they've beaten Everton at home. Obviously, arguably playing their strongest team as well. And again, they've got the game tomorrow, the second leg. They could easily go through that, and then you got the Carabao Cup final. So, yeah, man, I think you have to give Arsenal credit. I'm not sure how they're doing it because they've been poor all season, but Fitz, what do you think moving forwards, man? Before we get onto the comments, what do you think is going to happen moving forwards for Arsenal? Do you think that they're going to maintain this nonsense to the end of the season?
I don't know. Like every part of me says no because I just feel like you can't scum your way to a league title. But I also do have a theory that like the league has declined slowly but surely, probably since 2010, but definitely since 2015. If you look at 2015, it was Chelsea won the league, and then after that, Leicester won it. Then Chelsea won it again. Then it was just City dominance with just a little interruption by Liverpool. You know what I mean? And to me, that's a sign of how shit the league's been, because nowhere near like the last 10 years have Chelsea been a title contender.
Yeah.
So the fact that within the last 10 years they've won 2, Leicester's won 1, Liverpool's won 2, and City's done the rest. That tells me that this league has dropped off, because like if you look at the squads, there's not been great players across the league like there has in past years, you know what I mean? So, but I don't know, because I feel like I've seen so many of our greats even say like you need like, because one of the greatest documentaries ever made about football is that Treble documentary on Prime. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it.
Bro, it's called 99. You need to go and check that. So they do it like the first one's about the league, the second one's about the FA Cup, the third one's about the Champions League, innit? But they sprinkle in. Nah, they could never. But like they sprinkle in stories. So like when they start off the League One, they talk about Beckham coming off the back of that World Cup campaign and everyone being against him and fucking burning his shirts and all that. And it touches on bare like off the field stuff as well. But it's like one of the consistent themes through that, and every player was saying like a little bit of luck was needed here and there throughout the season. You know what I mean? And like in a lot of great teams and a lot of like these interviews and documentaries and stuff that I've seen a lot of great players say the same thing. Like, yeah, you do have to be the best team in the league to win the league, but you also do need a little bit of luck here and there, you know what I mean? And when luck's not on your side for a consistent amount of time, that's how you get in Wolves' position, you know what I mean? But when luck is on your side throughout enough of the season, that's how you end up in Arsenal's position. You know what I mean? So it's one of them. I feel like everything in my body is saying, nah, they can't scum the way to a league, surely. But the league is that shit.
Yeah.
And on top of it, they have had luck as and when they've needed it, which is concerning considering how many times great teams have also needed a little bit of luck and got it. So I'm gonna say they're still gonna bottle it, but I will give them credit because I actually said by today they would have fucking been second place, and it's not. You get me? I did say by the 15th they'd have come out of the first, and they're not. So I will give them credit, and it is. I will admit it is slightly concerning now because now I'm getting to the point where
I was waiting for you to say that. I was waiting for you to say that because I ain't gonna lie, man, I've been sweating since last night, man, because I didn't think Man City would drop points against West Ham.
Nah, but the thing is though, and I've said this when we spoke about Tottenham. Like the thing is with West Ham and Forest, them man have got real fight in them.
Yeah,
and them man can smell the problems at Tottenham, and they're saying, "Yo, we have to get safe now." You know what I mean? We have to make the most of this, and they're actually showing enough quality where I can see them staying up. But Tottenham, obviously, take away the fucking Liverpool result, no one thinks they're staying up right now. So that they've already got that little bit of confidence, and like Forest got a draw against City, then West Ham's just got a draw against City. I know Spurs have got the draw against Liverpool, but getting a draw against City and a draw against Liverpool this season are different results. You know what I mean? So I feel like momentum's going to be on their side. And West Ham, to be fair, have had a decent little string of games. You know what I mean? They've got results here and there. So I was expecting City to have a tough game. And if you remember, I said, I feel like it's City will go one up and then they'll concede one. And then last minute, late in the game, they'll end up getting something. But they just didn't. They didn't. That championship, that champion quality normally, like where, because I seen a post match Pep said in games like this, usually we found a way in it, and that's what champions do in it. They'll usually find a way. So I did expect it to be tight, but credit to West Ham where it's due, man. Like fucking hell, like they're fighting for their lives in this Prem battle. It's mad.
I hear it. But I mean, obviously we are going to get onto Man City in a bit, but I mean, in terms of the title race now, I mean, Arsenal 9 points clear. The only thing I'm looking at, is that if City didn't have this game in hand, because again we're looking at 9 points, you would expect City at home to beat Crystal Palace, make it 6 points, and they've still got to play Arsenal. So really and truly, I'm still working with three points.
Yeah,
so now
that's where I'm at. 3 points with 6 games or 7 games in it.
Yeah. So the fact that they've got that game in hand is kind of like their last kind of excuse in a sense, and they've still got to play Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
So now what it is that City are just hoping that someone else takes points off Arsenal, whether it's a loss and a draw somewhere. Yeah.
Don't forget, bro. Don't forget. Like, yo, they're already basically out of the Champions League. It's a formality, this match at the Etihad. If they concede one goal, it's over. You know what I mean? So realistically, I can see Real pushing for that early goal to just dead the game off. You know what I mean? And then when that happens, City can literally just say, right, fuck it, it's league. And Arsenal, I'm not going to lie, I am predicting Leverkusen to win 1-0 because they're looking past that. Like Arsenal are looking past Leverkusen and Sporting and Bodo. So
Oh, yeah,
one of
but
them's got to knock them out. You can't look past anyone in the Champions
No,
League.
you can't, and that's the
Aye.
thing. You can't.
If
You can't look at
Leverkusen
this
beat them, yeah, they need to
Leverkusen.
hide. They need to hide.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
because you can't. The thing is even when you look at Leverkusen, because
Yeah.
someone told me the other day, someone was like, "Oh yeah, but Arsenal will walk over Leverkusen." I'm like, do not take Leverkusen for a little child. They did not.
Sorry, it was
get
Mamba.
this
It was
far.
Mamba, yeah. Don't worry, it was
They,
Mamba.
they did not get this
100%.
far to be sat on the side. A bit like Bodo Glint. They didn't come this far just to be sat on the sideline. They will stand up and be counted. And the other thing I got, like you say, you're talking about the 3 points. I now look at a West Ham going, they'll be looking for points because they still got to play West Ham. West Ham will be looking.
Yeah, Arsenal still got to play them, innit?
Yeah, bro. West Ham will be looking for
Yeah.
points, bruv.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get twisted. They're not going and going, oh yeah, well it's Arsenal. We're gonna sit. Nah, brother. They'll be looking for 3 points. Because at the end of the day, they're looking at Tottenham in the same breath and going, we cannot be in the same breath. We gotta be looking as if we're staying in the Premier League. Because to me, Tottenham are already going down. Like, no matter how I look at it, Tottenham are going down.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna stay up.
Nah,
I
I
think
think
Tottenham
they're
are gone.
down.
I think
You think
Tottenham
they're
are
going
gone.
down,
Bro. Yeah, bro. I think Tottenham are gone.
I think one or two things happens, yeah. Either Tottenham stay up and Arsenal don't win the league, or Arsenal win the league, Tottenham go down. I think one of them two things are gonna happen. And I'm saying Tottenham stay up.
Bro, I think Arsenal are gonna fumble it last minute and then Tottenham will still get relegated. But Arsenal will basically have a parade for Tottenham getting relegated.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I think
hear
they
it,
get
I hear it.
relegated.
they will have a parade for just a League Cup if Tottenham get relegated. Watch that.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Well, no, you're wrong. They're not winning the Carabao. They're not winning it.
Now, well, I don't know for the like. I don't know. They're gonna. I feel like they're gonna win either the Carabao or the FA Cup. But
Bro,
I feel
I'm
like
telling you
because
this
the
now,
Carabao are already there.
City are gonna wipe the floor with them in the Carabao. City
I
are
tell
gonna
you-
show, yeah. City are gonna show what's what. I promise you.
Because
Because see one thing about Pep, yeah. When it comes to these kind of finals and stuff like that, yeah, and how poor City have been by their standards, I think Pep's just gonna show up and just shut everyone up. I promise you.
He needs to do something in it. And the thing is,
Yeah.
he can't allow them to think that, okay, cool, because we've been shit this season and because we've been shit in other games. Because you got to think it's a one game thing. So he'll be going, listen, whoever you think and whoever you thought was better than us, we're about to turn up in this final. Because he needs to do something. Because I think even if he loses the final, people are going, oh, Pep's lost it. That's what people say. Pep's lost it.
That's what I'm saying, Jonas, because I think he's gonna obviously know that, yeah. And I don't think he's gonna accept his team not really doing Arsenal. Because if you look at the first game between them, yeah, they actually set out well against Arsenal. And then Arsenal get that counter-attack goal through Martinelli. But then that was probably a mistake, you would probably say, innit?
Yeah.
So I think City are gonna go into that final. And again, as Fitz said, man, I think the Champions League's over, and I'll be interested to see what Pep does with his team, because I reckon he might even change his team for that second leg.
Do you reckon he goes not so strong? Do you reckon he goes?
Yeah.
You reckon he's got an eye? You reckon he's got an eye on the final, thinking we're more or less out of this?
I think personally, he's looking at the Champions League as just another game, because he knows 3-0 against the Real Madrid team is too much to do. If it was 1-0, you'll be like, we're going for this game. So it wouldn't surprise me, if
even 2-0, they might still go for it. At 2-0, they could possibly still want to go for it, but 3-0.
3-0,
It's a big score, isn't it? Not many teams have overturned it. Do you know what I mean? And it's tough to go back and not expect a reply from Real Madrid.
No.
But again, what he's got to weigh up though, he's got to weigh up the fact of, does he really go full out in the Champions League against a Real Madrid team where it is 3-0 and you're risking your players either getting injured or, burnout, and then you've got a possibility of still winning the Premier League title? You know what I mean? That's what he's got to weigh up. And I think really and truly, never say never, but I think he's going to be looking at the Champions League as another game and then focusing all of his efforts on the Carabao and the Premier League, man. I think that's what he's going to do, innit?
But
Yeah.
if you remember, like last week, I actually said like it'd actually benefit one of them if they decide, you know what, fuck this off, and it makes more sense if it was Pep because he
Yeah.
knows he's got Real, then Bayern, and then he's got PSG more than likely before he even gets to a final. That's a lot
Yeah.
of work to do
It is.
when he
It is.
knows that Arsenal have got a clearer path. So he's like, well, why not let them play all them extra games and try to rotate that squad? Because already, like one thing that we've not even touched on, Timber went off in the first half limping. He couldn't even make it to half time. You get me? That,
Yeah.
and yo, that's 2 games into a 4-game run that
Yeah.
we was talking about. Can they get through? Can they rotate? Can Arteta
Bro,
get this right? And
if you
clearly
remember
not.
as well, didn't Timber come off against Bayer Leverkusen as well? I swear he did.
Yeah.
He
He
did, didn't
came
he?
on.
Yeah.
I don't know if he came on. I think he came on. I don't think he started.
I'm
Okay,
not
I
too
swear.
sure, but
I don't think he started.
but either way, it doesn't look good. The fact that they're one of their best players, like when Gav went through some of the greatest A and B teams of all time, there was only the keeper and the right back that was ever getting a sniff.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So when one of your 2 best players is gone now, bro, it's a sticky situation because you don't know how long that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the next leg against Leverkusen, or just the next 2 games. That's Leverkusen in the League Cup final. They're 2 big games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What happens? What happens if they end up, say, Rice ends up coming off limping, or fucking Saliba takes a knock, or Gabriel takes a knock? Now suddenly their defense is looking shabby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who do you throw in? I know you've got
Mosquito, innit?
I know you've got Mosquito, but you've also who's the guy that they bought from? Was it Brentford they bought him from?
Brentford. Oh, Norgard.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, Norgard's a midfielder, innit?
But do you see what I mean?
Right,
If you lose Rice, you got Norgard, and is Norgard going to do what Rice does? This is the question.
But which is what?
Sideways passing.
There you go. There you go.
This is the thing for me. I know they talk about how deep the squad is, but I don't personally think that. Look, Timber goes out now. Yes, they've got people that can play right back, but having people that play right back and having a backup right back as good as Timber is total different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the problem. You can't. Nobody's gonna have a right and left back that's as good as your starter, and that's the problem. Is as much as we like to go, but we've got such like it's like the whole thing now of like Thing not playing Calvin Ramsey, even though he's a right back, but playing Szoboszlai. It's stupidity. Do you know what I mean? Again, it's the whole case of we bought that right back 2 or 3 years ago for backup to Trent and to Bradley. Bradley's now out injured. Frimpong's in and out, but he doesn't even play right back. He plays right wing.
Yeah.
Which to me makes no sense. You bought him as a right wing back. Do you know what I mean? So to me, you're now looking at and whatever else, and to me, you now look at Arsenal and go, okay, Timber's out. Who else plays right back? You got Hikape. But again, is he as good as Timber? He might do well, but he's not going to give you the same thing that what's his name gives you. Do you know what I'm saying? You lose a certain player. It's like, is your backup just as good as your first? And that's the question every team should be asking, because you look at Chelsea. Chelsea is the prime example. Chelsea have got all these players, but the team that starts and the team that's a backup, are they as good as the first starters? Like, do you think Delap is as good as João Pedro? Do you see what I mean? But you're buying players going Delap, João Pedro. João Pedro's scoring 25, maybe 30 goals in a good season. How many is Delap getting? I know he played for what's his name and he got a decent amount of goals, but you're getting half the time. You're getting half the time, and they're at that point they're playing to you. So again, when we're talking about, like, when you look at Havertz, you look at Gabriel Jesus, and you look at Gyökeres, you're going who starts. In my head, Havertz is your number one starter. No one starts above Havertz. But because you bought
Havertz is probably their best forward. It is.
Yeah, but because you bought Gyökeres for the money you bought him for, and then you've got Gabriel Jesus sitting on the bench, who then is scoring in Champions League games, you now have a dilemma where it's a case of, but he's scoring in Champions League, he's my starter, but he's who I paid the most money for. How do I get around this? Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the problem that Liverpool had. Liverpool went and bought Isak. Unfortunately for Isak, he broke his leg and did whatever. But again, you had Hugo Ekitike, who we bought for however much, and it's a case of who's starting.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So for me, like it's like what you say. If you buy one, knowing that that's my right back, but if he gets injured, how good is your right back to cover that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hey, speaking of Timber's out second leg.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. So, and then like realistically, let's say he's just out for that one game, but he comes back. They're gonna rush him back into the League Cup final. And that's now a risk. That's a liability because he's not 100%. So he could end up conceding from his side, making mistakes, or making it worse, making his injury worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what they're gonna do? Yeah, they're gonna rush him back for the Carabao Cup final. That's what they're gonna do.
This is what I'm saying. And then now because he's not 100%, now he can get exposed on the wing, or even worse for them, he can get a longer injury. But I've got their fixtures in front of me now, and looking at it after the League Cup final, like obviously City's got Chelsea, but I'm not considering Chelsea away a threat. Like Newcastle just did them. You know what I mean? So that should be all right for them. Then they've got the Arsenal at home. Then they've got Burnley and Everton away. Now, Everton away might be a bit of a sticky one, but say they get a draw there, or they should just about scum the fucking result out of it like Arsenal did. But let's say that's the only game I can see them dropping any kind of points in. Brentford at home, Bournemouth away, and then Villa at home on the last day. I feel like there's only Everton away that's a potential, And then when you look at Arsenal's, they've got Bournemouth, then they've got City away, Newcastle at home, which Newcastle will go to your ground and beat you.
They got Newcastle still.
And then they've got Fulham as well.
Bro, let's not forget as well, by the time they play Newcastle, Newcastle might even be out of the Champions League.
Exactly. So they'll have Newcastle, then they've got Fulham after that, followed by West Ham. These are all three of them are games they could drop points. So West Ham's away, Fulham's at home.
Okay.
So they've got Newcastle and Fulham at home, then West Ham away, Burnley at home, and then Palace away on the last day. These points that they can drop there, you know, and I see more games that they can drop points in than City.
But in between that, if they're still in the Champions League,
exactly,
they still have to manage that. And that's the problem. That's where your problems lie. Is even if you make it past Leverkusen. So let's say, for instance, because City could do the same. Even if you make it past whoever, you're now considering you've still now got what 2, maybe 3 games a week, 2 games a week.
And you've still got FA Cup to play.
There you go.
They struggled to Mansfield. They struggled to Mansfield, by the way. They needed Eze to come off the bench and save them.
They struggled against Wigan. This is what I'm saying. I've not seen an Arsenal game where they've convincingly just handled a team more than 3 times maybe this season. Like and for a team that's talking about quadruple and looking like they could win the league, that's a poor show. I don't care what anybody says. Like, you can be happy that you're top of the league. You can be happy you might win the league title because you've not won one in a long time. But truth be told, when you're watching how Usman won the league prior to watching the Invincible season review and then watching this season review, you man ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Night and day, man.
It's a fucking disgrace. Some of the football that we got to watch with that squad, yes, they were older, but Vieira, Bergkamp, Henry, bro, ridiculous football was being played, and now it's atrocious. I don't care. Like, if you scum your way to a league title this year, fine, but you've got to be demanding a better quality of football next season. If not, then use man are in the gutter, and I don't want to hear nobody's opinions anymore because you can be thirsty.
Let him concentrate on Bayer Leverkusen because remember we heard quadruple, and as soon as that quadruple is over, I'm gonna be.
The thing is, my question,
bro, what's it? Let me get onto the chat quickly, because they've been spamming the chat, and then obviously you can carry on. Lumi says, Gab, will Reece James be a miss for England if he doesn't recover in time? What, is Reece James injured? Is he injured, Reece James?
I don't know.
All right, listen, if Reece James is injured, then for me that diminishes England's chances of getting far for me, because he's not only the best right back for England, he's also the best right back in the world for me. So I'm not sure if he's injured. I have to check that out, but I didn't see nothing. Jay, one for you. So, Jonas, what did you think of the Liverpool game? What could they have done differently? What we'll do, we're going to get into that, Foxy Danny, in about a couple of minutes, so you can ask him that question in a minute. But big up yourself, guys. Make sure you are smashing the likes as well, and make sure you're subbing to the channel, and make sure you go and follow Jonas and Fitz on their socials, which I obviously I'll put into the description as well. Go on, bro, what you gonna say?
Just so you know, Reece James has got a hamstring injury. Could be out for a couple of weeks.
No way.
Hey, he's made a glass. He's made a glass.
That's good for City, though.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's even better for City now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's 3 points. Have you made 16 points up in your head yet again today, boys, to convince yourselves you'd be in the title race? Hey, listen, clock enders. What you need to realize, is that when you guys do not win the quadruple or win the Premier League, or the Champions League, we'll have that conversation. Let us do our thing quietly. You know, our aim is Champions League football. I'm pretty sure we're going to get that this season, but you guys have got bigger fish to fry, man. And let's see what you do, because as I said, I've kept it consistent. So has Fitz, so has Jonas. We've been consistent throughout. We've said Arsenal are not winning, and now it's up to you guys to try and prove us wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see what you boys do tomorrow against Bayer Leverkusen, because Mamba was running his mouth saying, you know, we're gonna walk all over them. It's 1-1. So let's just see, innit?
For a penalty that shouldn't have been given.
You know what? I'm fighting every urge in my body to give him a Kevin Keegan type speech. Like, I would love it if we beat them. So down. Nah, well, obviously, next season, clock enders, I'm telling you, man, we're finishing above you, man. As long as we have the window that we're anticipating and we get the manager right, man, it's over.
You know where's we laughing? You see these Arsenal fans, you know why they won't win? Because it's comments like this. I'm so proud of this incredible squad and manager. Around the time, Man United, where's it? Lumi, my G. Hey, what are we doing there, man? Hey, win something first, please, before all this corny talk in the chat, man. What are we doing there?
They've won the league. They've won the league, B.
Yeah, trust me, man. Let me do this. I'll immigrate. Yeah, listen, bro. Start immigrating now, man. It's gonna happen. Gav, if we lose, I will super chat you £50. Not happening. Lose what against Bayer Leverkusen?
If you
send that now. Send that now.
You might as well send it now, because if you lose,
you lot, you've seen it, yeah? Yeah, what she said.
Is it Bayer Leverkusen at home?
No, it's Arsenal at home.
Arsenal at home. No.
Yeah, but that means nothing, man. They struggled to.
Don't get it twisted. I watched that first leg, and Leverkusen shut them down for 90 minutes. If it weren't for Madueke diving, like 9 out of 10 refs would have given that a simulation. That was outrageous. But again, it's obviously a tactic, because you see Havertz tried to do the same thing in the Prem, but it didn't go down right.
Yeah, I see that.
You see it? It's obviously a tactic, lads. Like, I'm not asked. This is what I'm saying about scumming the way to a title. It can't happen. Karma has been real in my life for fucking 36 years. If it fucking gives up this year, bro, I'm fuming. it stung me every fucking time I've done something wrong in my life, and now these men can scum their way to bro.
Well,
Karma
listen,
needs to kick
I'm
in.
remaining positive, man. I know it's not looking, I know ain't looking too good, and it's looking very good for Arsenal. But listen, they've got some tricky games coming up, you know. And again, that Everton game, I don't want people to lose sight. Yeah, I know Arsenal, it looks good on paper 2-0, but that was a 0-0 game. That was a 0-0 game. You know, Jordan Pickford, Kit Kat fingers, you know. I don't know what he was playing at, but that was poor. That was poor what he done there.
He didn't even really need to come out for it like that, I don't think. And the joke is, with Pickford, the one thing I've clocked is my man's got superhero syndrome. Like, my man constantly wants to be the star keeper for some reason. Like,
bro, you know who he thinks he is, yeah? You know who he thinks he is, yeah? He's trying to be like Manuel Neuer, like with this over-the-top aggression, passion. Like someone just needs to slap him, seriously, because he's
like you see when because Saka like early in the game had a header and he was fair enough, it was a decent save, and then when he got up, the ref had the flag up anyway, innit?
Oh yeah,
and my man looked at the ref like, oh come on, ref, like, bro, shut the fuck up, be happy that he was offside anyway. Why do you want to be the star? Shut the fuck up, do your job, dickhead. Like, you know what? I put on the Kino shirt because these men need to just do their jobs. Like, that's it. They get paid to do this shit. I don't know why they try and make a song and dance out of it. But Pickford fucked his team over out of a point there.
Yeah, he's just doing too much, man.
And then the joke is, no one can't tell me this shit's not scripted neither. They've seen how good of a moment that shit was in the City and Liverpool game, and then somehow they recreated it in the Arsenal match. I'm not fooled by the shit. Like, I'm a full conspiracy theorist. I know what there was a script for that. You know, like, I'm telling you now.
Bro, I reckon Pickford got paid. Something happened. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's something that, if Pickford ends up going to Arsenal in the next 2 seasons, we know what it was, innit?
How they were telling us that David Raya's world class, and you know what I mean? That'd be
but I can see Pickford ended up doing some snaky shit, like taking a backhander and then just going and being backup keeper for them.
Yeah, exactly. I told man Arteta will retire Pep. Well, unless you know Pep personally, man, that's just nonsense. You know what I mean? What did Pep tell you he's retiring? I mean, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Listen, you guys are top, yeah. But when you start coming out with nonsense, let's just allow it, innit?
Let's be real. When Pep retires, it's because Pep chose to retire. Nobody's retiring that guy. Let's be clear on that. If he wanted to, his next job could be another walk into a already made champion team. If he wanted to, like, his options are not short, innit? Let's be clear. If Pep turned around to the Arsenal board and said, "I'll come," Arteta would be gone today. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, let's be clear, man. Arteta's not forcing Pep out of anything.
Jonas, is Liverpool winning the Champions League?
It's not over yet, is it? Is it over? Is it done? Is it done?
Bro, hold on.
Wouldn't it be funny if you guys go through and Arsenal go out?
Bro, the thing is, though.
Hey, do you know what we call that? Champions League heritage.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We aren't entertaining Fitz, but we are elite at controlling games. What games are you controlling?
I see Arsenal chasing a lot of games. They was chasing that Everton game for fucking 80 minutes or
something. Who's this waste man? Daniel Carty. Bro, you are taking loads of rubbish. Listen, when you come and chat on this channel, man, check your spelling. You know what I mean? That's just simple grammar, man. Come on there talking rubbish. Come on. Can't be doing that, man. Check your spelling mistakes. Let's move on from that one anyway. Let's see this one. Big up to Baz1071 says, love the show. Yeah, big up yourself, man. Big up. Guys, make sure you're smashing the likes as well. Make sure you're subbing to the channel if you're new in there as well. So go through some more of your comments before we go on to the next discussion. Dowman Young Rooney.
Behave.
Oh my God.
Behave.
Young Rooney. I'm convinced, Lumi's a bot. I'm telling you, she's a bot, man.
I tell you what. I tell you why it's funny, because remember when they were talking about Wanyeri?
Yeah, bro. I mentioned this yesterday.
Where is he? Where is
he's
he?
at He's at Marseille.
Because Wanyeri was meant to be the next guy Arsenal going on about. He signed a new deal. All of a sudden, Wanyeri's back in the back room somewhere. Now we're chatting about Max Dowman, who could be like Odegaard. People forget Odegaard was at Real Madrid. People forget Odegaard was at Real Madrid. Arsenal went from Real Madrid, and yet Odegaard, where's Odegaard now? Do you know what I mean? That's their captain. That's their guy.
Yeah, he was in the stands with his baggy trousers, man. His hoodie the other day. That's what I see.
That's their guy. That's their El Capitan.
Now, but to be fair, you can't be talking about captains though, Jonas. Fucking
listen. Say what you want. At least my captain's on the field.
Hey, listen, that's so nice, man. Let's get into this Liverpool, because listen, that game yesterday, yeah, I think I missed the first half, but from what I see, yeah, Tottenham looked like they could have won the game in the end.
Brother, Tottenham could have won that game from the start, bro. We were shit. We're shit.
Richarlison had a bag of chances.
We're shit. Like, I'm not being funny enough, eh? Like, we're shit. Like, we are shit. But again, to me, it's down to the tactics. And as much as we're talking about Verge and whatever else, Verge is 34, playing 2 or 3 games a week.
Bro, don't be giving him excuses. Don't be giving him excuses.
You know what I mean? 2 or 3 games a week, brother.
You've been backing him this whole way. Don't be giving him excuses now.
He's playing games week in, week out.
All right, Jonas. All right, he's 34. He's playing multiple games a week. Maybe he shouldn't be.
Maybe he shouldn't be. That's what I mean. Maybe
you get me. Let's be clear though. Yeah, it's not just a case of the managers picking him. He could easily say, "Hey, yo, I'm not gonna be doing 2 games a week. If you want me at 100%, I've got 1 game a week in me at this age." He's, you know what I mean? He wants to be the star guy. He wants to be starting every game. He wants to be Bruno. You get me? He wants week in, week out, every single minute of every single game. But brother, if you're the centre back, you're going to be held accountable for almost like what is basically 50% of all goals. You get me? It's him or Kanate that's gonna take the blame, basically. You know what I mean? And brother, when I'm watching it, I'm very rarely seeing Kanate making mistakes, bro. It's always Van Dijk.
You say that.
Who would have thought this now? Yeah, should put money on it. Yeah, Kanate face planted, Virgil doing a roly poly in back-to-back.
Bro, but again, that sums up our season. That sums up our season, bro.
Oh man,
like,
bro.
As much as we're saying, oh yeah, but it's not bad. Like Kanate during the week against Galatasaray was dog shit.
No, I hear it, bro. I hear it, but this is what I'm saying though. If we tally up now, if we go through every single goal this season that you man have conceded, I'm telling you now, the Virgil column's gonna be full a lot quicker than Kanate's.
I think they're both, but again, I think they're both playing too much games. I think
they probably are, bro. But obviously, Kanate can get away with it because time is on his side. You get me? He's not as old. He's not as past it. You know what I mean? Virgil, but this is what I'm saying though, bro. Like, these are like men that are playing at elite levels have to be able to say, you know what? I need to cater my game to adapt to this amount of minutes, or I need to cut my minutes back. It's simple. You know what I mean? And when you play,
he's saying that, but again, who do you put in for Virgil?
Bro, that's not Virgil's problem. Virgil, as a professional athlete, if he knows his body and he knows, look, playing 2 games a week is the detriment of the squad right now. When we're making mistakes, it's normally me, and it's because I'm fucked come 90 minutes, 80 minutes. Yes.
Fitz, what I would say though, yeah, is that they've only got Van Dijk and Gomez that are fit centre backs.
I hear it, but this is what I'm saying. I hear it, but this is what I'm saying, though, bro. If a man's not really like, yo, it's like I'm playing Football Manager at the sec, yeah. So you've got the conditioning, and then you've got the sharpness and all that shit, yeah. If that heart isn't, if it's halfway, you think I'm starting a man? You know what I mean? That heart needs to be fucking near enough full, bro. He needs to be fit, ready to play. You get me? If he's not, if it's anywhere below half, like, bro, he's not even making it on the bench. You need to rest, brother. You know what I'm saying?
And I do hear that.
You've got to treat it like it's an injury. If he's played on Sunday and you've got Champions League on Tuesday, this brother can't even be on the bench by rights. And if he is on the bench, it's just to fill numbers, because you can't be giving him minutes and expecting high level performance at 34 at this elite level.
Yeah,
Okay, that's going to be the excuse that you give him. Then, bro, you've got to hold him accountable for what. Why is he playing 90 minutes?
But
if he's not fit, it's as good as an injury.
Yeah. And I do get that. But again, who do you put in? This is the problem. Liverpool have
that's not Van Dijk's problem, though, bro.
What's happened to that guy with the man bun? Is it Reece Williams or something? His name was. What happened to him?
Yeah, but you got to think this, and this is. But again, this is the thing. When you look at that season, somehow we managed to finish third. I think it was third or fourth that season we finished. We had Reece Williams and we had Nat Phillips playing centre back. That's
but this is what I'm saying, though. But this is the thing, though. You see Van Dijk.
About him, Nat Phillips.
But if we're holding Van Dijk accountable, and he has to be accepting of the fact that, I can't be playing every single game, even if he thought he'd be all right this season. By January, he fucking knew. By the end of December, he knew, I can't do this. You know what I mean? And he should have been turning around to them, man, and saying, look, you have to bring in Gay. You have to bring in a centre-back or any centre-back for cover, or you better have a youth prospect that you're ready to start bringing through, because I need more time on the fucking sideline than I do on the pitch.
But again, they should have done that. And this is the problem. The problem is we're going for this now. And you look at the centre-backs that they've bought. So you look at Leone, who was out injured. That's unfortunate. But then you've still got Konate. You've still got Gomez. You've still got Van Dijk. You then had Jacquet, the new kid that they've bought, doesn't come in till July. You then had Kwanzaa, who you had last season, but he's gone to Bayer Leverkusen. Do you know what I mean? So they've had defenders.
He's had, but obviously he's offloaded and on the back of thinking that Virgil's gonna be good. You get me?
So the problem was, in January, nobody turned around and went, what Slot should have done was go to the board and go, I don't give a shit who you got to bring in now. You need to bring in somebody now. But the problem is Liverpool board look at it and go, because you got to think, when Diaz left, Diaz was only on something stupid. He was on small. That's why he left.
He was on like 60, 70k a week.
Yeah. But again, that's why he left to go Bayern Munich, because they offered him more money. Which in turn, all Liverpool should have done was go, we'll get rid of Gakpo, we'll keep him. But because Gakpo's younger and he's on a smaller wage, that's why they've done it. And this is
a newer signing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But the other problem is you got players like Chiesa sitting on the bench. If the same thing we're talking about applies to Verge, it also needs to apply to Salah. Because what he should have done was go, I got Harvey Elliott. Why is Harvey Elliott at Aston Villa? He's not even getting played. He could have been playing. Do you know what I mean? He offers a different form of attack. Like, it's frustrating to watch. And I can only imagine how you man felt with Amorim. This is how I feel now, bro. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done with Klopp, bro.
I don't want to discuss that guy anymore, man.
But this is the thing, though. Like I'm the same with Salah. Like I think he should have been gone. You know what I mean? I've been quite vocal in saying, like, if we sign an extension with Bruno, it will be a Salah. It guaranteed it will be a same situation.
He only needs to be a bit top player.
That Bruno Fernandes needs to be gone end of the season. I don't care what anyone says.
But even if you keep him as a bit pot player, so even if you keep him on the same wage, you're going to sign a year extension contract. Because my thing is I want Salah at the club, but you have to understand, if you're not playing every game, I do not need you kicking your toes out of the pram. I need you to come on and change the game. But with
Van Dijk, Salah, Bruno, ego's too big for that, bro. None of these men are going to be a bit part player, because none of them actually love the club.
They don't love the club. They love themselves,
no,
man. That's what it is.
none of them love the club, bro. Because if they did, then they'd be content to sit on the bench. Ollie Solskjaer loved United. He would sit on the bench his whole career and just wait for the last 12 minutes if necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, these men do not love the club. They're not content with it. You know what I mean? They want to be the star. They want to have the most social media followers and all that shit, bro. There's no heart there for it. So why, if you know that they're not willing to be a bit part player, let that shit go, bro. Bruno will never be a bit part player. I just want him gone because I know it's either he plays every minute of every fucking game or he'll bitch and moan about it and cause problems in the whole locker room.
But again, that's why you got.
Bro, listen, we're gonna get onto Bruno in a bit, innit? Because
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's just the same comparison with Salah though, because like Salah's obviously had problems this season. He's caused, like, kicked his fucking toys out, bitched and moaned about it, caused problems with the locker room and shit. It must have been fairly decisive.
Like Chiesa, because Chiesa's not said a word. He just still stood and he's getting 5-10 minutes a game. And in my head, I'm like, this is a man that is willing to put everything on the line for that fucking badge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can see it in his game, though. You can see it in the way he plays. You can see it. He's freaking hungry. He's trying to push someone forward. Do you know what I mean? And as horrible as it sounds, I need a man that's going to fight for the shirt. And that's why I say, like, Klopp must be sitting on the sideline now going, big man, you man gave me 10 seasons and then get one pay packet like that, brother. And then get one pay packet like that. And Pep, you're taking the piss. Yeah, because the one season you decide to switch off, I'm not there. You're taking the piss, bro.
Nah,
like, you are taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? It's like you leave a job and man goes, I got a 20k pay rise. Big man, you're taking the piss. You know how long I was there for? You know how long I was there for, bro?
We don't get. We don't get
pay rises in it.
And the only person competing for the bonus is slacked off and not doing the job, calling in sick more time.
And he's getting the bonus still. You're taking the piss, Rube. Like, you are taking the piss. And that's the thing. You got to look at it. And that's how I look at Liverpool now, is for me to go from a manager like Klopp, who loves the club, who lived and breathed the club. Like, there was no second doubt in that. To go to a guy that doesn't really have a lot. Do you know what I mean? It's horrible to watch. It's horrible to watch.
Thing is though, I think Slot knows that he's not going to be the next season. So again, he's not going to resign because he loses out on money. So he's just going to go through the motions. It's another Amorim situation, really, because Amorim knew that he was more or less going to get sacked, and he's just going through the motions. So I mean, Arne Slot really, in terms of the defense of your title, it's been a shit show, really. You know what I mean?
It has been a shit show.
I think he's checked out anyway, like in my opinion, you know what I mean? So
no, to be fair, I've seen it as a bit of an Amorim situation there for a bit. But I'm not gonna lie, I am enjoying it, but I can sympathize with you, Jonas, because obviously I've been in your shoes, you get me? So I do sympathize with where you're coming from, but
bro, we was in the gutter, man.
Bro, I'm loving every second of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to watch because you've got so many prospects and so many great young players coming through, and you just think you could make this team.
And you know the system that would work as well. You know what I mean?
It's frustrating to watch because all I think in my head is you've got Alisson Akiba, who's good. Dashvili is good as well. I don't know if he's ready to step up yet, but he will. I think he will be. I just don't think he is yet. But again, in my head, it's like people go, oh, yeah, but what do you do? Like, I'm not being funny, nothing. To me, I'd sign an extension for Robertson. And I'd play a back three with him, Konate, and Bird.
Bro, you know what's so funny, yeah? Remember the start of the season, I said they have to play a back three.
Yeah.
I said Liverpool have to play a back three because it's going to prolong Salah and Van Dijk. When you're putting Salah and Van Dijk on that money and they're getting older, you have to kind of protect them. And I said the fact that you brought in Wirtz, you brought in Frimpong, play a back three, which they're used to, you get better from Van Dijk because he's got legs around him. Salah will know that Frimpong can play on the outside, so Salah can preserve his legs and get more numbers. And I'm telling you now, you guys wouldn't have been where you now, what, 6?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be 6 if you played a back 3 this season. I reckon, yeah, you'd probably be where United probably are now, based on that, because I could see what team that you, obviously the players you guys brought in, yeah, but I'm looking at the formation change, which would have helped probably 2 of your key players in terms of the wages they're on.
Yeah.
But again, he's gone with the 4-3-3 or the 4-2-3-1.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
not
gonna lie.
worked really. Let's be honest.
If they'd have played that system, I actually predicted at the beginning of the season that Liverpool will win the league again. I thought that Liverpool was going to do it, especially with the signings that they'd made and that.
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of clear, like when you're saying like, yeah, they should have been playing 3 at the back.
Yeah,
like with the signings made, it was kind of clear, like that made sense. That's where they were going, but then it's not happened. It's like, well,
I don't know.
Would have helped. The fact that we're criticizing a Van Dijk here, and again, I'm laughing because Van Dijk isn't the same Van Dijk that he was, yeah, but he's been left exposed at this system now. I'm telling you,
yeah,
because he's someone now, yeah, at his age, he needs, again, if you're playing week in, week out, yeah, he's someone that needs legs around him. And when you've got the physicality and the pace of Kanate, and if you had another player on the other side, Van Dijk could be the organizer, you know.
Yeah.
And again, you're probably going to get a more fresher Van Dijk. But what he's done is played the same formation. You've got injuries. Van Dijk's having to play a lot more games, and now Van Dijk's becoming more exposed. And now we're just bantering Van Dijk, or we're defending this, or we're defending that. You know what I mean? The way he got buoyed off yesterday by Kolo Muani, I've never seen that happen to Van Dijk. You don't said about he done a roly-poly in the first half. I missed that.
Bro, so at the beginning of the second half,
second half.
Yeah, like I can't remember. Like, it wasn't even like it was the main focus of the screen, but obviously I couldn't help but notice it's Van Dijk, innit? Obviously, I didn't clock who it was, but I think Jonas said it was Richarlison, innit? He's pushed him from behind, and he's just gone into a straight roly-poly. But it, like, for me, it was hilarious because I'm like, how's your big, strong centre back just been bullied like that into a roly-poly? Like, he made him a child again. It was fucking crazy. And then obviously just to see Muani skip past him bro, he made Muani look like Bergkamp. How did he do that? He made Muani look like Bergkamp. That's insane.
It looked like Van Dijk was actually trying to get back at Muani. And Muani was just like, nah, not today, Virg.
It's just mad. Tell you, it's mad.
Oh man,
bro.
Listen, let me get onto the comments before we move it on, innit? Where's my 1 second? Gav told you Gyökeres would bag a load this season. Big up Lumi. You also told me that he'll get 25 league goals. I'm pretty sure you've lost that one, yeah. So
trying to change the quote now. Instead of bag a load, not bag 20.
You see what I mean? This is what these Arsenal. This is why Arsenal won't succeed this season, because you see all this lying. Yeah, we don't miss it. Yeah, and Lumi, you said he'll get 25 league goals. 25 league goals. Boy, great stream, guys. Yeah, big up, Lumi, each and every time. Big up to yourself.
Let me tell you this now. Your midfielder has got more goals than certain man's like right winger and that.
Yeah. Big man Cass.
What, more than Saka, yeah? Just say his name. Just say his name, bro. We're not shy. Big up to Foxy Danny, says best real talk football channel on YouTube. Big up at Gav Goes In. Yeah, big up to yourself, Foxy Danny. Much appreciated. This channel will be big. I'm good with predictions. Yeah, listen. Obviously I'm working at it, you know what I mean? And obviously Fitz and Jonas come on every week, man. So we're just pushing it. And yeah, appreciate you guys coming through and giving your opinions, whether it's deluded or not. You know what I mean? It's much appreciated. And yeah, your predictions have been good, Lumi. I can't lie, but yeah, listen, the one on Arsenal, you're gonna fail that. You're gonna fail at that one.
Nah, the predictions are good, but the comparisons are awful, Lumi. Don't compare players anymore. Just predict things.
Yeah, there you go. Karan Kumar says Bruno is the captain. He's never getting benched, and even then, Who do you play over Bruno? Right. That brings us on nicely to obviously United. And again, United are going to get Champions League. I think it's more or less guaranteed now. But
Yeah,
listen,
you'll get-
I want to put this Bruno Fernandes one to bed, yeah, because I'm just gonna tell anyone that doesn't like my opinion on Bruno Fernandes, I could not give a damn. That is the truth, yeah. Because there's no one that's gonna make me think that Bruno Fernandes is Zinedine Zidane. He's not Zinedine Zidane. I don't care how many assists Bruno gets. Listen, he made one very good assist yesterday. That is what I call an assist, not the ones where he plays it and someone takes it round someone and he gets credited with a goal with the assist. But the one to Cunha yesterday was a great ball, and you give credit where credit's due. Even if Consa's defending was poor, it was a great ball. But I will reiterate what I've been saying about Bruno Fernandes. We need to move on from Bruno. If I see the club, yeah, give him a new contract at 400 grand a week, yeah, it will be the biggest scandal in football. Because as Fitz said earlier, yeah, Mo Salah's on the big money, and his return for being the big money has been an absolute joke. Yeah. Now, Bruno Fernandes, for me, as I said, he's got a contract till 2027. There's going to be a decision made in the summer because he's got a release clause as well. Me personally, we need to go and revamp this midfield. And if we get rid of Bruno, we can then bring in maybe a third midfielder, 3 starting midfielders, who knows, to go with Kobe, yeah? But I'm not going to change my mind on Bruno. Like, he's the captain. That's because he was made captain by... Who made him captain? Was it Ten Hag who made him the captain?
I think so.
So Ten Hag made him the captain. He ain't the captain. Casemiro is the real captain. We all know that, yeah? But again, I give praise where praise is due. And Bruno did have a good second half. The first half, he was shocking. And if any of you guys have seen my clip from yesterday, yeah? If you actually watch the game, Bruno gives United no control in the midfield because Bruno's playing as a second striker. Whether that's under instruction from Carrick or he's just doing what he wants, yeah. If Bruno continues to do that against better teams, we're going to get picked off because he's more interested, yeah, in just shutting down the goalkeeper and trying to get numbers. You know, people will say that he's a team player. He's only a team player when it suits him. But first and foremost, he's all about getting the numbers. And I don't really care how you feel about it. That is just what it is. So for me, end of the season, let's just say, look, Bruno, you've been a good servant. You've been available, but it's time to move on. We want to go in a different direction. We've got 3 midfielders that we want to bring in. It's that simple. Fitz, what do you think? Because, again, I've had my say on Bruno, and it's getting boring now, man. I just want this guy to just, at the end of the season, yeah, just be off. Bro, I'm tired of this Bruno Fernandes talk, man. It's boring. Like, Sky Sports are doing the thing saying he's got 16 assists. Again, they don't going to tell you, yeah, but how many assists, yeah, has he got from open play? Are we surprised why he's got bare assists? He takes every set piece, every corner. Why are we surprised? He plays every game.
Yeah.
Fitz, go on. What are you saying about Bruno?
No, like, to be fair, my stance will never change. Like, I will give credit where it's due. That, like you said, that assist for Cunha, first time pass, can't fault it. You know what I mean? And yeah, he will provide them moments like that. But as I've said prior, these moments to me, it's not enough. I understand. Yes, it's all good when we win the game because of it. You know what I mean? But I've watched enough Manchester United with Bruno in the team where he only provides moments, but is a detriment at, like, say in total he gives 75% of mediocre football, and then 25% of it is decent moments, and 1 or 2 of those moments will be real quality. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for me, I've seen us drop enough points and finish in bad positions because those moments haven't been enough. And people can knock the players that have been around him, but he's always had some kind of quality about him. Like, let's not get it twisted. Manchester United have, maybe the Moyes window is the only window that United fans would turn around and say we did nothing. We brought in no one. You know what I mean? We've always been pretty happy with the windows we've had at the time. So when any squad that Bruno's played in has been half decent, it's only in hindsight that we look back and we're like, I didn't rate my man, I didn't like this guy. But at the end of the day, at the time, everyone thought we could do it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's had hope pretty much every time we've re-upped a new manager. You know what I mean? So for me, Bruno's just got to go now. Like I'm not even comfortable with the fact of where he is in record books and all that kind of shit. Like that pisses me off. But the longer he stays at Manchester United, we're only going to see a decline.
Yep.
The moments will come fewer and fewer because, like I say, look at Salah, look at Van Dijk. The excuse that everybody will give these man is that they're getting old. Fucking, what do you think's happening with Bruno? You know what I mean? He's only going to get older, and he's proven that he can't really adapt his game when needed. Neither, because that's what he was trying to do for Amorim, and it got Amorim sacked. Amorim basically took a gamble on keeping Bruno and playing him in that midfield in that system when he could have sold Bruno and brought in 3-4 players that would have suited his system better, but chose not to. You get me? Bruno can't. He's not going to be able to do like remember when Scholes started getting old and my man just used to sit deep and just dictate the game.
Yeah. Bruno hasn't got
can't do that.
for that.
This is what I'm saying, bro. He's not going to be able, like, you see certain great midfielders like Scholesy, Pirlo, these men were able to adapt their game with their age and somehow maintain the level. No matter, you know what I mean? No matter what era Scholesy you look at, he was always top quality. You know what I mean? Same with Pirlo. But Bruno's not got that in him. So
just quickly while we're on this as well, because I know obviously Clock Enders has said inadvertently Bruno is your best player by a country mile. Don't come at me, go at every respected media outlet and pundit, The fact that you've said that is part of the problem, because what I like to get out of people, is when people say Bruno is the best player for United, what are we basing this on? Because I think when we kind of narrow down what it's been based on, it's gonna kind of tell you how people see football. Because if we're looking at a 90-minute performance, he don't give you a 90-minute performance. He doesn't. No. He doesn't give you a 90-minute performance. But as Fitz said earlier, he gives you moments. And if people are thinking that Bruno's the best player because it's about he gets the most numbers, how do you deem that someone is the best player off of numbers? Like, why not look at it as maybe he's in a team which is affording him to get the numbers? How about ever looking at that? Because for me, there's no one that can tell me that he doesn't have the free role in the team. He's allowed to go wherever he wants. So if you've got a free role in the team and you're taking more or less every set piece, why are we surprised if he gets numbers? I'd much rather, Bruno give me a 90-minute performance, 80-minute performance, rather than give a poor 45 minutes in the first half, and then he gets GA, and all of a sudden he's the best player by a country mile. And again, the media and Sky Sports, they peddle out this nonsense, and it makes people think that Bruno is that good. But these guys don't watch Man United week in, week out. They don't. All they see is Bruno played. I guarantee you now, again, just like yesterday, watching the game, they gave Bruno man the match. As soon as Bruno got that assist for Cunha, I said to myself, he'll get man the match, because it's no longer about a 90-minute performance. It's about who's getting the most GA and who's favored in the media. That is what is going on. And as I said, like on this channel, we're gonna have proper conversations whether people rate a player or not. But there's no part of me that's gonna rate Bruno. It's that simple.
That's the thing. Like for me, and I know bare people that watch the game will have the same answer as me, but Clock Enders, honestly, can you tell me that if you watched that game, you thought Bruno was more impactful for 90 minutes than Casemiro? It's not. It can't be. if that's
But-
the case, I'll lend you my spectacles, bro, because you
bro,
saw it all.
Casemiro's PR is not as good as Bruno.
But this is what I'm saying, no, bro. For me, like, I don't give a fuck about none of this PR stuff. Like, I seen through it when I was young. You get me? I was the only kid that was swearing blind. Andy Cole is the best striker on earth. And like, I was fighting kids about it, about R9. I'm trying to defend Andy Cole
Nah,
against
R9's
R9.
my guy, man. Like,
Obviously,
I'm not having Cody over R9, man. That's one
concede it.
one hill I'm gonna die on. I promise you that now.
Nah, I do concede it now, but that's the thing, though. I was that certain, and nobody even saw the vision. No one come close to seeing the vision, bro. But that's what I'm saying, because everybody else is blinded by it. I'm not here for that. I will watch the game, and for me, this season, over every single game, over the 90 minutes, if he gets to play the 90 minutes, normally he'll get subbed off and that. But end of the day, he's accepting. That's what I'm saying. Someone that of his age is accepting what role he can play and how impactful he can be for how long. And he knows when he gets subbed off at 75, 80 minutes, it's because he's given everything for all that time. So the time that he's on the pitch, he's the most impactful player on that pitch. And I don't care what nobody says. Like, literally, watching him yesterday, he scored a goal, and then straight away he was making defensive clearances and tackles that were needed to keep us in the lead at the time. You get me? And keep, bro, Casemiro, absolute superstar. I don't care what nobody says. He has been our best player, hands down, this season.
Bro, Casemiro has not only been our best player, yeah, he is our best player. But as we know in this country, yeah, he's got bad PR because, again, all you're hearing is, oh, Casemiro needs to go. Remember when they said he had no legs?
Yeah.
And that's because, yeah, a lot of fans, they don't really understand the game. Like, Casemiro has never been a man-for-man presser in midfield that Ruben Amorim had him doing, yeah? And all of a sudden, Carrick comes in, and is there a surprise why Casemiro is looking like the best midfielder in the league? Is there a surprise? It's not, because you've got a proper coach that understands what Casemiro brings to the team. But again, he hasn't got the PR like Bruno, so people will just overlook what Casemiro's doing because people are in love with Bruno because he gets GA. And then, as I say, Sky Sports are a part of this as well. They peddle this narrative, but they don't tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And as Clockenders has said, yeah, on a serious note, though, you'd be bottom half without Bruno's input. Now, again, you see this bullshit that Clockenders is saying, yeah? And big up Clockenders, yeah? But you see this bullshit that you're saying, yeah? That's coming from, I know where that's coming from. You see what I mean? And that's a complete lie, by the way, because you're just looking at numbers and thinking that's a fact. But that's not how football works. Because if Bruno wasn't in the team giving you numbers, the team would be functioning in a different way, and you'll be getting numbers from elsewhere. That's how football works. But to say that we'll be bottom half without Bruno's input, are you forgetting that we finished 16th last season with him in the team?
No, what it is. People act like
nonsense.
if you take Bruno out of the team, you just lose his numbers. But nobody else comes in and the team plays the exact same way that they actually did in real life with Bruno. So if Cunha didn't get any goals or assists because Bruno got 3 assists and fucking there were 1 for Casemiro, 1 for Mbeumo, 1 for Ahmad, then suddenly Cunha comes into the game as soon as Bruno's taken out because now he's gonna play a total different role in it. But at the end of the day, people just see it as, oh, now, well, take them 3 assists out and them 3 goals aren't there. Then suddenly it was a 0-0. You just drop points. Bro, that's not how it works.
That's what I'm saying to you, bro. It's so frustrating, yeah? It's because our people actually believe in this rubbish, yeah, that without Bruno, we can't do anything. Like, that is not how football works. If you actually understand what's going on at Manchester United, yeah, I've never seen one player everything being revolved around him. Like, this is what's even Rooney wasn't getting what Bruno was getting.
Like, the only time we've had this was when Cantona. That was it.
Yeah.
That is the only time we've had it where it's revolved around one guy, and Bruno Fernandes is not a fucking Eric Cantona.
Bro, listen, man, it's just frustrating, man, to be talking about this guy yet again because, you know, I'd say I'm all for like giving praise when it's due. Yeah, that pass he played
Yeah.
that is what you call a world class pass.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
in
but
in gone.
how many times does he try that pass?
But bro,
I hear it.
but that's my point. And the one time it comes off, this is when
It
people want to
looks
start
fantastic.
waxing lyrical.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It looks
Like,
great. It looks fantastic. But how many
yeah,
times do you have to do it before that
yeah,
pass is the ultimate
yeah,
pass? And
Exactly.
the
yeah.
problem. People turn into your game,
Mm,
don't see the hundreds and thousands of mistakes that he makes. And this
yeah,
is the thing, like when you talk about a captain, and I think you guys will definitely agree, when you talk about a captain, and I get it, you can moan, you can do whatever, but a captain needs to stand up and go, my bad, I made that mistake.
Yeah.
Let's pick it up as a team. Do
But
you see
he
what I
does.
mean?
He'll blame somebody else for his shit or for not picking up the slack of his shit, and that's
No,
what's infuriating to see from your captain.
mm.
yeah, it
But
is
but
infuriating. And
you know what? Just quickly as well before I forget, yeah. You know another thing as well, yeah, which people don't take into account, yeah. If you look at the Newcastle game, yeah, this is a prime example. And these Bruno fans, they only want to start piping up, yeah, when Bruno gets GA or if he gets put as a man of match by Sky Sports. They want to start coming in your comments and start saying all this rubbish, yeah. Against Newcastle, yeah, he got the assist from the free kick because he's the free kick taker. Who gave away the penalty?
him in it.
Right. So him giving away the penalty, yeah, cancels out his assist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who was instrumental, yeah, in Newcastle scoring their second goal, the winner? Who gave the ball away?
Him.
You know.
So he forced the ball to Cunha when Cunha had 3 men around him, and it's not like the ball to Cunha was in favor of Cunha. The ball gets cut out, and everyone wants to blame Tyrell Malacia. We all know why that is. I ain't really got to spell it out to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention that Malacia hasn't even been playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Malacia, to be fair, Harry Maguire runs past Malacia if you actually watch it. Yeah. And then Malacia, because he's obviously closest to the ball. Yeah. If you're being critical, you could have said Malacia could have showed him outside. But let's remember, Will Osula, who scored that goal, is right-footed. No one could have predicted he's going to hit a shot like that off his weak foot. And if you're being critical, you could say Malacia, he showed him inside, or Maguire should have come across earlier. Yeah, no chance for Lamens. But have a look how that actually started in the first place. It was Bruno Fernandes. But people don't want to talk about that because as soon as he puts a pass or he scores a goal, it's like, oh yeah, let's praise Bruno because it's all part of the ploy, man, to just get Bruno in your eyes. And then you get fucking idiots telling you, let's give him 400 grand a week. I mean, these idiots, man, saying that makes me laugh.
This is what I'm
Why
saying,
would you give him
bro.
400 grand a week? Why? It's nonsense, man. Nonsense.
When we're saying about fucking
Nonsense.
like he's been a detriment to the team more than it like, and the detriments have outweighed the moments too many times, bro. That's just one perfect example on recent memory. You know what I mean? If you go back through the time, every season, this is why. Because we've literally demanded the whole team work around him, and he's not that guy. If he was, that's what Cantona did. He was that guy. He came to a team that had not won the league in 20-something years. You get me? Arsenal kind of situations, and one man just carried that team to the title. You know what I'm saying? And then from there was able to even bring in a group of kids, like 4 or 5 kids at one time in one season, and let go. Bit like 4 big names at the time. You get me? And was still able to fucking win the league with them kids. Like, because that's what you build a team around. But these times when we're trying to build a team around Bruno, he's not that guy. And he's gonna make more mistakes than his moments. Cantona had a moment every single game. When he come back from his suspension, there was a run of games where we won 1-0 for like fucking 6 games straight, and he was the guy every single fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you can't even start to compare Bruno with the legends that we've had because he's nowhere even near. Like, I've never seen like Beckham now is coming into conversation because of this whole assists in a season.
Bro, it's ridiculous, man.
Bro,
it's ridiculous.
How many times did you see Beckham fucking be the detriment of the team? Never, because when he was sold, it was personal. It weren't even fucking professional. You know what I mean? He
Yeah,
was
well,
sold for
yeah,
personal
yeah.
reasons. We as United fans were we were understood because he was going to Real, and obviously we knew that there was friction there for a bit, but we weren't happy about it. You get me? We all knew we were losing a fantastic player. Bro, the same cannot be said for Bruno, man. Like, there's gonna be certain fans that are blinded by the PR that will take it as a big hit, but there's gonna be a lot of people that will look at it like he's not something to cry about. He's, you know what I mean?
Just get rid of him in the summer, man. I don't even want to, like,
But
I don't
again,
even want to waste my time on it, man. Because,
but again,
as
you've
I
got
said,
younger
man,
players that you can build a team around. It's a bit like
but
Liverpool.
Jonas, it's not even just that. Yeah, I'm saying what people don't really want to take into reality as well. Yeah, I'm a fan of Amad Diallo. Yeah, Amad hasn't been great in his last few games. Yeah, now I've always said this. Yeah, as long as Bruno's there, do not expect to get better from Amad, from Cunha, even a Xerxes. Like what I look at, yeah, I think to myself, if we want to get better out of these players moving forwards, these guys are all younger, they're all newer signings, they're part of the future, yeah. If we want to get better out of these players, they're gonna thrive without Bruno, because as long as Bruno's there, they're gonna have to take a back seat, because the team for so long has been built around Bruno. So the way that I look at things, yeah, I want to see us build a team that is going to be capable of challenging for league titles, challenging for Champions Leagues. Yeah. And when you've got a player that, yes, he does get GA, but the GA doesn't outweigh if you can get in proper midfield players to help the team, and you can use the money that you'll get from him. Not to mention you've got other players that can all chip in with goals and assists without a Bruno Fernandes. Like, surely that should be what the aim is. Because would you rather get, as I said before, would you rather get 15 to 20 GA from 4 or 5 players, or just let one guy hog it up? And then and then those players are not shining. Again, these are the kind of things that people don't want to take into account. Because what it is, I don't believe people actually care about Manchester United like that, or the team. They just care about what stats they can use for Bruno Fernandes in when they're trying to chat shit to other fans. That's what it's become now. Like, I'm not here to be going up, like, to be discussing with other fans or Bruno shit, whatever. I just look at the bigger picture. And as much as he does get GA, yeah, he's a detriment to the team also. But people only want to pipe up when the GA works in favor for him. And then you start getting all this nonsense about he's the best this, he's the best that, he's going to break the record. Like, I should think that he should be the highest assist maker. He plays every game and takes every set piece. It's not really a surprise, you know what I mean? And then just going on to Lumi as well. Lumi says, I told my United colleague about your opinion on Bruno. He was in disbelief. And the thing is, Lumi, yeah, he's only in disbelief, yeah, because he's watching Sky Sports or listening to these other channels, yeah, that are trying to pollute your mind. I ain't gonna do that on here. You know what I mean? It's that simple. It's like, if you're in disbelief about Bruno, it's telling me really that you're just believe that he's just believing the hype because Bruno gets numbers, and that's all it comes back to. People that think because Bruno gets numbers, he's absolved of any blame. Like, that's not how it works, man, really.
Yeah,
you know
nobody is. Nobody's absolved of any blame. Like, at the end of the day, you go out there, you win as a team, and you lose as a team. No matter how they say it, you're the 11th man on that field. You have to be
but
there.
you also have to hold players accountable. Like, if Bruno has 2 fantastic moments, like, say if he has 2 great passes, like the Cunha passes, give him props for that. But then if he gives away 2 free kicks and a penalty that they score all of them, you've then also got to say there's more negatives to his game than there are positives. You know what I mean?
So how do we get him to affect the game without affecting our game? And that's the problem. You can't, because at the moment you're now stuck with a guy that's your captain and that's the main guy, and that's the guy that everybody's looking to when something goes wrong. When it's like that's not the guy you should be looking at. You now should be looking at 3 or 4 players. Going, Maino, you need to pick up Cunha. You need to pick up Sesko because Sesko is now scoring. Sesko, you need to do what you're doing. Ahmad, you need to now be a little bit better. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're not only looking at him. Personally, I'd keep Cass and get rid of him.
100.
Bro, listen, I've been saying that for time.
I'd keep
And
Cass
you
and
know
get
what?
You won't get the majority of the fan base agreeing to that, by the way. You won't get that. Because again, these fans, these armchair fans don't know what they're watching. They'll just tell you, nah, but Bruno gets numbers, he gets goals and assists. But
it's not
Casemiro's leadership, his experience, the fact that he's a winner is more invaluable than Bruno just picking up GA for his own benefit.
Yo, boys, I'm telling y'all, did you watch his celebration? Did you see exactly what he did?
He was doing that,
He did the money, and then he grabbed the badge to the fans. I swear, bro, grabbed the badge and then grabbed the badge again and went there again. Yeah, bro, don't tell me this brother did not just send a message to the fans. And then the joke is, directly off the back of that, the fans were chanting 1 more year. Yeah?
Oh, serious?
Swear down, they were singing Casemiro 1 more year. Yeah?
Well, let's hope so, man. Let's hope so.
To the point where I seen a thing where Fabrizio Romano put out a comment saying that as of right now, there's been no approach to Casemiro. And Casemiro, it's not a rumor. Casemiro had actually already decided he's gonna leave, but he was basically saying like, but you never know with the reaction of fucking that and the fans and all that. You never know what's gonna happen. Kind of watch this space, kind of thing, bro. I'm telling you, as soon as he did it, I fucking shouted Gav straight away. I was like, bro, he's signing 1 more year. I swear to you, he's staying in state. Like, I'm convinced that celebration, the fact he went from money to the badge to think to the badge to think, bro. I'm telling you now, this guy is staying. He's letting the fans know, bro. Am I worth this or what? You get me? I'll play. I'll play for this badge. Think about it, boys. Bro, he said it all to us. You get me? Telling you, man. Casemiro is gonna stay, and we've got. I can see us making the Salah mistake with Bruno 100%, but I will stand by it.
You don't want to do that. I tell you,
I know.
To do that,
bro.
Because
I know.
To me,
I know.
You just want a man, and I'm not being funny enough. As much as we were clowning Cass and doing whatever last year, to have a man like that in your space that was at Real Madrid at the top of his game and was killing Real Madrid is a man that you want about, because he will happily turn around and go, because he'll tell man. And that's why, like, for me, that's why I think Liverpool need to keep a Robertson, because Robertson will check, man.
Yeah,
he's got that Scottish thing about him. He does not care. He will check, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not.
You need the right kind of fire in it. You need the right kind of fire in your squad.
And it's like having like a James Milner around. James Milner's been around forever. You want that sort of man in your team just to turn around and be like, listen, I don't care who you think you are. There's 11 of us on this pitch. You need to pick up the same way I'm picking up. And I don't care. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of man you want in your squad. And I think that's the sort of man that Cass is. He won't be loud, but in that changing room, he'll tell certain man certain things. And they'll pay attention, because he was at Real Madrid at the top of his game. And nobody can tell him any different. Do you know what I mean?
And even out there on the pitch, he won't have to scream and shout at you like Aquino did or something. He'll just be able to look at you and tell you something, and man will listen. Like, that's big cash. You got no choice. What you talking about? Like, this guy's been there, done everything, played at the highest level with some of the best players that of this era. You know what I mean? Like. Nah, man. Like I say,
and that's the thing, isn't it? That's what you look at. Is you look at it and you sort of go, this guy has been at the top of his game and played with some of the best players ever. You now need to think about, like, if this is the guy that you're keeping, freaking keep him. Do you know what I mean? And to me, it's the whole thing now of Liverpool going. Like, I think Liverpool should personally. I think they should go back in for Kwanzaa next year. I think he's done a year at Bayer Leverkusen. Bring him back.
Go back and sign him?
Yeah, hell yeah. After a year at Leverkusen, I would.
Yeah, but
Because
why would
the
you
thing
do
is,
that? But why would you do that? You sell him and then go back and buy him. That's mad.
yeah, but you have to think he's now had a year experience of playing football, and you now
No,
have
but
4 or 5 centre backs.
if that was
Because
the
you think
case, why
about
not just loan him out?
yeah, but you think about it now. Because we loaned Harvey Elliott out, and look how that's worked out.
I hear it. I hear it.
Do you see what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
loaned
a team will value a new signing more than a loanee, innit?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But you put a clause back in his contract to say we'll come back in for you. A bit like Tyler Morton. You sell Tyler Morton, he goes and has 2 or 3 great years. You then go and buy him back. Do you see what I mean? Because to me, they're not gonna like. You look at the difference between Kwanzaa and Harvey Elliott. Kwanzaa's playing every game and they freaking love him. Harvey Elliott's played a handful of games, but because in his contract the clause is that if he plays a certain amount of games, they trigger a clause. That's the problem. Whereas if they would have changed it and just gone, we're not fast, we just need him playing games. The problem is Liverpool are not going to do that. That's the problem, and that's where the trouble lies. But again, for me personally, I don't understand how nobody looks at the positions and goes, "That's where we need to load up."
Yeah,
because you get one injury.
But
you know what I mean?
if you're thinking about like going back in, like has Kwanzaa got something in his contract like a buyback clause or something?
Yeah.
All right, then fair enough. Because if that's going to be a fairly cheap buyback clause, then yeah, it makes sense. But I was going to say, if not, like why not just go for another defender?
He has, and so has Tyler Morton. They both got buyback clauses.
Okay. Do you know how much it is?
I don't off the top of my head. I don't think it's a lot though. I don't think it's very. I think they
paid.
paid.
Normally, they're not much, are they?
No, I think they paid. I can't remember how much they paid for him. I think they paid like 30 for him. I can't remember.
The buyback will only be about 30, 35 or something. It's 40 tops. I can't see. You know what I mean? It can't be that much.
But yeah, again, for me personally, I look at it and I just think to myself, like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand why you wouldn't, like, in my head, if you're the Man United board, why you wouldn't go, okay, cool. We've had Bruno for this long. He's now still at the top of his game, which they'll claim. They'll still claim he's at the top of his game. You get
cash in.
Easy, cash in now. Cash
but
in now.
But the thing is, he's got a release at the end of the season as well.
Well, there you go. But you cash in now. You cash in now. You go, who wants to buy him now? Buy him now. Because the thing is now, Saudi teams will be looking at him and buy him.
Bro, I just hope Saudi come with the money, man, and just take him off our hands, man.
But this is the thing, though. At this point, everyone knows that clause comes into effect soon, so nobody's gonna like say I'll spend 100 million or 75 million on him now when they know in a few weeks' time they can get him for fucking 50 mil. So it's like we're kind of backed into a corner of we're gonna lose him for 50 mil. And I don't think the club are going to really want that. I think the extension's going to come to get rid of that fucking clause. Because if he signs a new contract without the clause, now suddenly, like, now we can sell him for more. But now we won't sell him for more because he's just signed a new contract. You know what I mean? And by the time he's ready where we could sell him, he's going to be way too old to command a high fee. So we'll miss the boat on that. But I feel like what we're gonna do is if we're gonna because I'm hopeful that we're gonna get Casemiro to re-sign, and if that's the case, there's no way this board negotiate a new contract for Casemiro and don't do it for Bruno. There's absolutely no way on this.
But again, the club are trying to cut the wage bill. So
no, but this is the thing.
If they was to renegotiate, I think the one with Casemiro and Bruno's different. Yeah. If they was to renegotiate a new contract with Casemiro, it will be Casemiro taking a wage cut, yeah. But the Bruno one, because of the status he has within the fan base and the club, yeah. If Bruno negotiates a new contract, you know that's going to be for more money, which is what we can't do.
But that's the thing, though. Like I can see the club seeing it as well. If we can cut Casemiro's by 50k a week and put that 50k on Bruno's, nothing's changed. And I can see the club trying to justify it like that, bro. Like honestly, because like for me, the ideal is we re-signed Casemiro for an extra year at less money. So we're already saving some money on his contract anyway. And then we totally we offload Bruno, we get 50 mil in, and then that's also 20 mil a year on the wage budget that we've got added back. You know what I mean? So now we can use that 50 mil towards other players, and now we've also got a big wage that we could offer, like a Camavinga to come in. You know what I mean? Like it would make perfect sense to me, because like we've said with Bruno, we can replace the numbers. People might think, oh, there's no way. Definitely, I am confident
Yeah,
that
you've got to
players like
replace.
Ahmad,
Yeah,
Kobe, Cunha, these man will step up when the
Yep.
team's not revolving around Bruno.
There you
You get
go.
me?
That's how
So,
football works, bro. That's how football works. You know,
but
people can't seem to get that around their head, man. Because Bruno's there and he's hogging up the numbers. What you think that you get rid of him, that's just gonna stop. Look at Van Nistelrooy. Yeah, when Van Nistelrooy was at Man United, yeah, Van Nistelrooy was scoring the majority of the goals. How many league titles did we win with Van Nistelrooy? One. Yeah. Did we think that Van Nistelrooy going that we was gonna struggle? No. Who stepped up? Cristiano Ronaldo. That's how football works. Someone else will come along. And the fact that we've got players that are good players, and collectively, I believe they can get goals and GA, whatever people want to call it. Why would we be like relying on Bruno Fernandes because we believe that we can't do without Bruno? Like, it's nonsense, man. Like, it's just
correct for
so much
me.
rubbish.
If our club is going to revolve around one player, it can
Just like
only
wrong.
be a Cantona level. You know what I mean? If you're going to do what we did with Cantona, it has to be the same level of player. And right now, there isn't one.
Yeah.
That nobody comes close to what Cantona or Bergkamp or Baggio was. These men were able to provide moments consistently because they weren't moment players. They were absolute class that just created moments when needed. You know what I'm saying? Bro, there's not one of those kind of players out there today.
I agree.
Nobody can tell me one
I agree.
that I'd even contemplate, because nobody out there. So we should be looking at it as this is a team game. We can't have anyone in the team where it's a case of everything revolves around them. And Bruno's had that way too long.
I
But
agree.
like I say, there's no way we re-sign Casemiro and don't renegotiate with Bruno. And
you think there'll be a conversation there?
yeah, it's got to be, because, like I say, if they can get Casemiro to stay for an extra year and cut his wage by 50k, they'll
give the
happily put
50k
that
to Bruno.
50k to Bruno.
Yeah, that's just nonsense, man. That is nonsense.
Because
that's nonsense if that happens.
But you can see it, you can already see it, and then, like I say, obviously there will be that talk of, but now we can sell Bruno for 100 mil. There's not,
but bro, hear me out on this though. Hear me out on this, yeah.
No,
you know why he has to go. Yeah, and this is the reason why he has to go. If we're already looking at the team, yeah, and you've got the likes of Xerxes, Ahmad, Mbuemo, Cunha, Sesko, yeah, they're all part of the front line. If you want to, I mean, Mason Mount needs to bounce anyway, yeah. If you think that all those players are struggling to get game time, and then you've got Bruno, who you know is going to play, yeah, and you've got Kobe there, and you want to go and buy 2 to 3 midfielders, yeah, how are you going to fit all these players in? And again, people will say, well, there's a lot of games, yeah, but let's say, for argument's sake, yeah, we go and buy, I don't know, Camavinga and Tonali for argument's sake, yeah, and then you go and get a third midfielder, whether it's Baleba, whether it's Adam Walton, Gomez, Anderson, whoever, Stiller, whoever, yeah? How are you going to fit those 3 new midfielders? Because everyone knows we need 3 midfielders, yeah? How are you going to fit those 3, as well as still having Bruno, as well as still having Ahmad, Mbuemo, Cunha, Sesko, Xerxes? Like, how's it going to work?
It doesn't.
It doesn't work, bro. So my thing is, why would you be bringing in 3 midfielders if you're still keeping Bruno? Like, is Bruno that invaluable? Yeah, that you can just sabotage other players' game time to just keep him there.
No,
Like it doesn't
but
make any sense.
and this is the thing, as much as people can say, oh well, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more games we make Champions League, obviously. But let's not forget we was in Europa League last season, yeah, which is the same kind of format and all that.
Same thing.
And he played every fucking game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, why would anyone think that it's gonna be any different next season if he's there and we're in Champions League? He's gonna want to play every minute of every game, no matter what competition it is.
Yep.
And that's not gonna work. Like, well, that's exactly what I just said was a big problem with Van Dijk right now. My man needs to fucking accept where he is in his career and be like, right, I can't play every single game. But obviously, as Jonas said, they've not got the cover in that position right now where he can be afforded that even. But we do. You know what I mean? We actually have enough cover in the position that he plays where we could let him go now and not need to bring in a direct replacement at all. We could use that money to strengthen other positions that really need the focus. For me, I'd let Bruno go and fucking put that money into. I'd move Cunha into the centre and have Ahmad as the backup because I'm comfortable either way. Whoever plays, that's a good 10. And then I'd focus having someone brought in for the left, like go for a Nusa. You know what I mean? I want to see a young quality like winger come in, or maybe a quality like left back as backup for Dorgu, so we can finally let Shaw go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But there's no point in directly replacing for a 10 because we've got more than enough. Even if we didn't want to move Cunha into as the 10 and just said, right, we'll have Ahmad and Kobe rotating in the 10. I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? Let's then bring in 2 solid centre backs, a Camera and a Tonali. Bro, the league's ours. It's done.
And you know what? Just so we can just go for the chat quickly, yeah. And again, clock enders. I think we probably mentioned it already, yeah. Exactly. So you're saying take Bruno out, who's going to play his position and get the numbers, yeah. This is the problem. You don't directly replace Bruno Fernandes. What you do is build your midfield, yeah, and then you share the goals out amongst the front line. That is how football works.
Yeah.
When people say that, how can you replace Bruno's numbers? You don't replace Bruno's numbers. You just share it out amongst the team because there's no one that can deny, yeah, when he's in the team, other players are gonna miss out. It's the same reason when Ronaldo came back. You know, you look at Greenwood, you look at Sancho, even Bruno himself. Those guys were struggling for goals while Ronaldo was eating. There's no sort of mistake behind that because there's one player that's come in and now the team's revolved around him. So that's the point. Yeah. Let's just move it on let's just go for the chat quickly before we move it on. Without Bruno, United is shit. To think the fans are having a go at him. Keep dreaming. It's easy said than done. Which team has 3 or 4 players with GA? Get real. Again, that's just a generic comment that you've just typed in, like, and not really thought what you said, man. Because
but
again,
they're saying that, but then you look at teams like Liverpool don't have just one player scoring. Arsenal, prime example, don't just have one player scoring. You sign Gyökeres. Is Gyökeres your top goal scorer? Is Gyökeres your top goal scorer?
I think he is.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Like we're saying this, but then you're looking at the only team you can really say that about is probably a team like Sunderland. A team like Sunderland who have got a player that's thing. But then West Ham are sharing out goals between Somerville, the new striker that they bought, Bowen, Thomas Soucek. Do you see what I mean? Newcastle are sharing out between Alusa, Gordon, Walter Marde. Do you see what I mean? Wissa, they're sharing out goals between them. So not one team is buying the striker and going, oh yeah, well, blah blah. He's going to be the man.
If you've got goals around the team, yeah, that's how it works. But when this guy is saying now that which team has 3 or 4 players with GA, get real. So what you mean to tell me, yeah, that Bruno gets what? Let's say Bruno gets 25 GA, let's say for argument's sake. Are you trying to tell me that there's not 4 or 5 players in Man United's team that collectively they can't get better GA than Bruno? Is that what you're telling me? I'd much rather improve the midfield, let other players come into the team and shine, rather than just have one player hogging things up, and you're not really going anywhere with that player.
But this is the thing, these type of people, yeah, that are commenting that kind of stuff, they'll be saying, well, they're already in the team and they're not providing the numbers, not understanding that that's because everything is run through Bruno.
Through him.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, yes, okay, Cunha's not doing the same numbers that he would be if Bruno wasn't in the team. But that's the thing, as long as Bruno is playing, you're not going to understand the potential of our squad's strikers and wingers, because realistically, fucking everything is dependent on Bruno for as long as he's on the pitch.
Yeah,
take him out of the equation. Like, remember when he was injured? Fucking prime example. He was out for a handful of games. Cunha came to life. He didn't get fucking world astounding numbers, but right, considering it was his first few fucking games where it was gonna, that was a decent little start. If we'd have continued just on that and just said, yo, you know what, Bruno, let us just build towards next season now. You know what I mean? We know what we're doing with you. Let's just let Cunha have his moment to settle in. Bro, right now, Cunha could be getting ridiculous numbers. We don't know. We're not going to know until Bruno's gone. That's the whole point.
There you go. There you go. Let me just run through these chats quickly. No player is perfect. Bruno gives 7 out of 10 in most games, and he's never injured. You watch when he's gone. Yeah, biggest load of rubbish I've seen. Yeah. He never gets injured. I do give you that. Yeah. 7 out of 10. He don't give us 7 out of 10. That's a lie. And again, what do you deem as someone having a 7 out of 10 performance? Because the majority of the time I've watched Bruno Fernandes, he don't play well. He gets GA and fools people to thinking that he's playing well because he gets numbers. Getting numbers don't equate to you playing well. So again, I disagree, man. He doesn't play 7 out of 10 most games. That's just what the media are telling you. The media are trying to fool you to make you think that.
What Sky Sports are giving him a 7 out of 10 for, I'm not giving him a 7 out of 10 for.
There you go. There you go. You know what I mean? Just an agenda at this point. All the players, including CR7 and every manager that has coached him, apparently you can't give credit to record breakers of the Premier League era. Hilarious at this point. Bro, I'll tell you what was hilarious, Talik Miller, yeah? It was hilarious when you tried to tell me that Pep Guardiola had Luis Suarez. That was hilarious. Don't think I forgot that one, yeah? You can come on here and try and be smart, yeah, but you try to fall in the chat and telling us that Pep had Luis Suarez. Go and check who had Luis Suarez. It was Luis Enrique, not Pep. So again, you can't try and outsmart me, mate. This is that simple, man. Aim of the game is to score more than your opposition. So the players that create and score more effectively are worth their weight in gold. It's common sense. The mental gymnastics here is baffling.
All right, cool. So he creates for us occasionally, but he also gives away the ball too many times, and they lead to goals being scored against us, and that has contributed greatly to us losing games and drawing games that we should have won. Let's be clear on that. He might assist 2 times and then give the ball away 4 times. And 3 of those times lead to goals. I don't care that he's assisted twice. We lost 3-2. Do you get the point? It doesn't make sense.
He's not going to understand it, because as far as he's concerned, is football's about scoring goals. And again, when you're having this conversation, people are not going to see it. If Bruno's getting 10 goals, yeah, but he's giving the ball away 11 times and we lose 11-10, what's better?
Exactly.
That's the point.
If you're a Bruno FC fan, you're going to be buzzing because Bruno got 2, but the rest of the team fucking conceded. That's not how it works, though, fam. If it's his mistakes, let's be clear on that.
As I said, the Newcastle one's a prime example. Yeah, he got an assist because he's the free kick taker, but he also gave away the penalty, which nullifies that assist. When you think, if you want to start talking GA, and costing the team, and then he was instrumental in giving the ball away, which allowed Newcastle to go and score the winner. So basically, those two mistakes were basically at the hand of him. It cancels out his GA. That is what people are not understanding, because it's just too easy to say, "Oh, Bruno got a goal and assist. He's absolved any blame because the game's
tell you
about
what you
winning
need to
goals
do.
and that rubbish."
I'll tell you what
I
you
mean,
need to do. This is what you man need to do. What you need to do is you need to take a game. So for instance, we take away the Newcastle game, let's say for instance, yeah. So you take the Newcastle game and you go, okay, he's done all this in that game. That was brilliant. How then has he fucked up in this game? So you need to talk about his loss of possession. You need to talk about the amount of dribbles he lost. You need to talk about the amount of passes he gave away. How many
bro,
times?
watch the first half yesterday of the game against Aston Villa. Yeah, he done probably, I would say, one good thing in that first half. He got the ball in the center of the pitch and done like a little delayed, like, and again, the way he does the little delay thing, people are gonna start getting excited because of the way he done it. Yeah, but he done one little thing in the first half. That is all he done in the first half. He was poor, but people don't want to talk about it because second half they give him man the match because he got 2 assists, even though one assist was a corner. And let's face it, that was just a normal ball into the box. Casemiro's header made that a great goal. But the goal that he set up for Cunha is what is drawing people to think that he was good.
Yeah,
that is the difference.
and let's be clear as well. Let's be clear as well. Like we all admitted and well, fucking give him credit that that was a great pass. Yeah, okay. If you want a nitpick, you can try and say that the defender should have done better and all that. But at the end of the day, we did already say that was a great pass, first time, perfect way, all that. Cool finish by Cunha. End of the day, we're not going to shy away from when he does have a great moment. And yes, it's fantastic when it works out, where there's been more great moments than detriments or problems that have led to goals. But at the end of the day, shit, it doesn't happen consistently enough to pay him like 400k a week. It doesn't make sense. He costs us a lot of points throughout seasons that people overlook because, we got 2 assists. Okay, but if we drew the game 2-2 because of 2 mistakes he made, what the fuck does his assists matter? You know what I mean? Other than it kept, it got us a point. His two assists got us a point. No, his 2 fuck ups cost us 2 points. But people don't want to see the other side of the coin because they want to listen to Sky Sports. They want to listen to Gary Neville and these man. And cool, go and do that. But don't come chatting to us about football because I don't rate your opinion. If you're going to talk to me like you're Gary Neville and tell me your Gary Neville's opinions and thoughts and feelings, get fucked. And I tell that to Gary Neville. I've walked past him in the town centre and there's people that are taking pictures. I don't give a fuck. I didn't get out of his way. My man had to walk around me, brother.
Take a picture. You know what I mean?
This one, bro, my man had to walk around me. I was walking to work. This brother's trying to, get the fuck out of my way, fam. I've got places to be same way as you dickhead. You get me? End of the day, like I say, certain people I'll have respect for what they've done in the game and shit. And I'll still say their opinion is dog shit because they're on an agenda. You know what I mean? There's only, like, I'll tell you the truth, the only ex-player pundit that I rate is Thierry Henry, because my man will say whatever the fuck he wants to say.
Yeah, but to be fair, man, he said something the other day which I just don't agree with. I can't remember what I think he said something about no. That's what he said. He said, what did he say? He said some nonsense, which was surprising. He goes, Bruno Fernandes invents passes or something like that. He said. Like he invents.
Right, so he's taking a wage packet now. He's taking a packet. So fuck it.
Exactly
I'm not even on fucking Henry's side now. You get me? He can get.
He said some nonsense about Bruno Fernandes invents passes, and it's like there ain't no way of inventing a pass. At the end of the day, if you've got an option for a pass, if someone makes the angle, just pass the ball. He can't invent passes.
And the joke is,
someone. You know what I mean?
If he wanted to say someone was inventing passes, fucking talk about Bergkamp, bro. Don't talk about Bruno. Like fucking no, like
You got given an extra couple of K, man, to chat rubbish, man. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah,
100%.
bro, trust me, man.
100%.
These pundits, yeah, I despise a lot of them, man, because a lot of them are selling their soul to talk rubbish, honestly. Because the way they talk about some of these players, you're thinking, I know you don't actually mean that. Like Henry played with Bergkamp, and he's talking about Bruno invents passes. Now, what are you talking about? Like, but anyway, that's Arsenal's problem, innit? You know what I mean? Big up to Babs One Diva with the super sticker. Big up yourself. The forwards would have less numbers without Bruno. Who else in the team has the vision or quality of pass? Who's going to replace his set pieces? The fact that you put LOL means you're not taking it. That means you know you're chatting rubbish. Really, you're taking it seriously. What's really hilarious was you saying a striker's main responsibility isn't scoring goals, Gav. I never said a striker's main responsibility isn't scoring goals. What I said is that if you think a striker in this era of football is just there to score goals, then again, I'm sorry, man. This ain't the 90s. Well, this ain't the era of the Alan Shearers and the Kevin Davies and these kind of guys. Well, even Kevin Davies, his role was to hold up the ball. But if you think a striker's job in football right now is just scoring goals, then I'm sorry, you're not watching the game properly, because that isn't what it is. There's a reason why these strikers play as a lone striker. Their job is to hold the ball, link the play, and get numbers, which is why I keep telling you about Harry Kane, because Harry Kane does both sides of the coin. Yeah. Look at Erling Haaland, for instance. Are we surprised why Erling Haaland's looking shit? I'm not, because people just look at Haaland for scoring goals. But if you actually watch the game, you'll realize that Erling Haaland isn't actually a great footballer. He's got better, but he ain't a great footballer. So again, a striker's job isn't just to score goals. I don't really know where that nonsense is coming from, because this era of football isn't that. It's a fact. Like you cannot like it. It's a fact. I'm telling you. Let's go through this. The creative. Yeah, let's go past that one, man. No, I ain't got time.
I love the fact of how many Bruno fans come out of the woodwork the second that he starts getting spoken about. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. Where were these guys when Bruno was stinking it up in midfield for under Amorim? Where were they? What are they going to start saying? No, he was playing as a 10.
Trust me, man.
Talik, man. We can clip it back, man. I couldn't give a damn. The main thing is, yeah, a striker's job in this era of football isn't just scoring goals. It's not. Go and ask Harry Kane. He'll tell you that himself. He'll tell that himself. This ain't the 90s. I'm not sure like what football you're watching, man, but it ain't that, man. I'm telling you. Like,
and to be fair, yo, if you think a striker's job is purely just to score goals, tell me why we don't have elite strikers anymore then. What happened to all the out and out bagsmen? Cause we used to have loads, even like down to like Jermaine Defoe, who was always overlooked.
Yeah,
bagsman, absolute bagsman. How come we don't have those guys anymore, bro? Is it not because the game changed? Is it not because the game changed? No, not because the role changed. All right, cool,
bro. Why do you think there's no more 4-4-2s? Why do you think there's no more 4-4-2s?
Because there's no real 10s that drop back and no real strikers no more. It doesn't make sense to do it no more.
It's a different game, bro. As shit as Gyökeres is, yeah. Gyökeres for Arsenal, they brought him in to score goals, and at the moment, it's a different argument because Arsenal are top, yeah. But again, when Gyökeres stopped scoring, they were looking at
wait. How many goals has Gyökeres scored from like a yard out?
Yeah, but I'm saying it on the basis that Arsenal fans are not going to care in it, yeah. But the thing is, because Arsenal are top, they're going to be looking at Gyökeres and thinking, oh, we don't really care, we're top, yeah. But you watch when they come to the top and you see Gyökeres, if he's not getting goals, they'll be looking at his general play. It's a fact. Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyone saying that, anyway, let's move on, man, because big up Talik, man. You'll get it one day. It's cool, man. Anyway, we're gonna skip past the City because we spoke about City earlier. Obviously, City have got Champions League, I think Wednesday. They got the game in hand coming up soon, and the Carabao. So
Yeah.
let's see what they do, man. But let's go for the Champions League predictions. And also, I got to wrap it up on a shootout. But let's go for the second legs. Let me see. So we'll go for the predictions and we'll see. Because I personally think I've got a feeling, man, the English teams, I'm going to say maybe one goes through at best.
Who do you think's going through then?
I think you'd have to say Arsenal are probably in the driving seat, only because if Arsenal are going away to Bayer Leverkusen, I'd say, you know what, it's going to be tough for them. But I think out of all the teams, again, we'll go through it now anyway. Let's just see the fixtures. So, Sporting versus Bodo Glimt tomorrow. I think Sporting will put up a better show in the than what happened in the first leg. But I think overall, I think Bodo Glimt go through because
already a write-off. What's the score now?
I think Bodo beat them 2 or 3-0 first leg.
I think it was 3-1. It was, sir.
Bodo's down through. Bodo Glimt ain't stopping, brother. That'll be a fairy tale story. I'll tell you that now.
You think?
Yeah,
Yo,
bro,
to be fair, Jonas said that a couple of weeks back. You know,
I reckon they get to the final, bro. I reckon they get to the
Come
final.
on.
Bro. Listen, as much as you want to write off, bro, it's the year, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They'll get some luck and fluke in there, bro. I'm telling you now, bro. It wouldn't surprise me if they got to a final, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
I'm gonna say Sporting win on the night, but I think Bodo go through overall. So I think Sporting at home, you know, I reckon they'll probably win the game 1-0, 2-1.
I reckon Bodo Glimt go through it as well. I reckon they go through.
Yeah.
Like I say, Sporting might win on the night, but Bodo go through.
Yeah, I think Bodo go through overall as well, but I think Sporting might nick it 1-0, 2-1 or something.
Yeah.
Chelsea PSG.
PSG have won that, bro.
Go first.
That's a
PSG are winning that, bro. That's not even a discussion. Yeah. PSG are winning that, bro.
What's the score you reckon?
PSG are absolutely dominating. Are they at home or they're away?
They're away, yeah.
They're away.
So it's at Stamford Bridge.
They'll win 3-0 at Stamford Bridge, I reckon.
Yeah.
1-0.
3-0.
3-0, yeah. Okay.
What 8-2 on aggregate? Yeah, that looks about right in my head.
Yeah, bro, they'll pepper them, bro.
Wait, didn't we beat someone 8-2?
Yeah, we did. We did, in fact.
Big up Clockenders. Just saying, bro. Just saying. So yeah, Chelsea PSG. Sorry, I'm gonna surprise you lot. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-2.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah. Really? The only reason I'm saying that, is because I think because PSG battered them away, I think it's obvious to say, PSG will go and beat them away from home. But I think PSG will be playing in cruise control. And I think Chelsea will be trying to, not get embarrassed. And I think they might get a couple of goals, but I think PSG will get a couple of goals as well. So I'm going to say 2-2.
I think they get embarrassed. I think they get embarrassed at home, bro. I think it can only get worse from here, bro. Man's writing down on his pad like it's GCSEs, bro. He's getting a whooping at home, bro. He's getting how everybody wants to talk about Liverpool spending money and nobody's talking about Chelsea spending the money they've spent to be getting spanked the way they're getting spanked. Listen, I don't even want to hear it. Any Chelsea fans cannot talk shit to me right now, bro.
Nah, but you know what though? Everybody kind of unanimously agreed that Liverpool spent wisely and they spent poorly. You know what I mean? I think that's why they get given the bly with it. You know what I mean?
But like when you think about who they've got, realistically, it's ridiculous. Like they've got Lavia, who was like a prospect. You've got
Lavia's class, man. You know that.
You got João Pedro. Do you know what I mean? And then you got all these players. Like you got who else did they have? Like you got Gittins, who's supposed to be brilliant, but again can't seem to find any form. Garnacho will write off. But then You got
That's fine.
Cucurella. Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
don't mention that name. Don't mention that name again on this chat, yeah?
you got Cucurella. Do you know what I mean? They got some. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Reece James. They got some good players.
Mm.
But I'm telling you now, they need to go out and buy a keeper because Sanchez is not that guy.
Bro, it's actually mad to think how dominant like they had Czech and then Courtois, and like how they've just fell off for keepers since.
Just let Courtois go. Had do you know what always surprises me? Kepa's at Arsenal. That's what always surprised me. I always forget Kepa's at Arsenal, bro.
Yeah. Just
Like,
playing
it's
the
crazy.
basketball.
Like, it's crazy, bro. Even Kepa would have been better than Sanchez right now at freaking at Chelsea, Rev. Do you know what I mean? Look, I think personally, Chelsea get embarrassed at home, and I think towards the back end of the season, I reckon what's his name gets sacked.
Know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see Chelsea go in for an honour at the end of the season.
All right, listen. All right, worst things have happened.
Yo, trust me, because like guaranteed he's going up for sale anyway, innit? So fucking hell, someone's got to come in for him.
Yeah.
So what you man saying? You're not saying 3-0 Chelsea? 3-0 PSG.
I think
No.
so.
I'm gonna go 3-1 because I think Chelsea will try to make it somewhat respectable, but it's not gonna happen, innit? Like, but I can see them making something happen for them, but it's only gonna be because the games are right off and PSG are just fucking
That's what
playing.
I think PSG will probably go into that, a bit lackadaisical. That's why I'm saying Chelsea might get a couple of goals, but PSG gonna go through anyway.
I think PSG go in, score 2 or 3, and then start making a lot of subs, and that's where Chelsea will end up scoring and drawing one back in it. But it'll only be because PSG have already said, right, this game's done. We're chilling now. Let's rotate a bit. Like that's the only time they score. If PSG keep a full team out, they'd actually fucking 5-0 them or something, because they're just not on form right now. You can like watching them against Newcastle, they just didn't seem like they had it.
Yeah, they look lackluster, bro.
So yeah, I think it'll be like, I'm gonna say 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
They only get one because PSG take the foot off.
Cool. All right, Man City, Real Madrid. I think we've already more or less discussed this.
Yeah,
I think a lot of this will depend on. I think Man City are going to take their eye off this game. I think they're going to be looking at the Premier League, because 3-0 away to 3-0 Real Madrid. Yeah, they don't really want to go too hard and then kind of, you know what I mean, get injuries, etc. But I think based on that, I think Pep. I don't think Pep goes full strength, because who's the next game? Is it the Carabao Cup final?
Nah, they've got a game before. I think they've got Palace. Unless that's been rescheduled.
Yeah.
Because I've still got it down as the day before the cup final. Like, they were meant to play on the 21st against Palace and then the 22nd in the cup final. So they must have pushed that back to something or brought it forward. In fact, let me just check that quickly.
Yeah, check it, because I want to see, because if they've got the game in hand, I reckon he makes a couple of changes against Real Madrid and focuses on the game in hand. Because I'm looking at it like this, like what you said earlier, yeah? I reckon that Pep will look at, they've got more of a realistic chance in getting the Premier League title than they have going in the Champions League, because of the teams they've got to play.
Yeah.
And see what I mean?
Like they're currently overturning as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says here that it's been postponed. It doesn't. I can't find out when to though, but it says postponed in it. The one on the 21st is postponed, so it must be the League Cup final after this.
Yeah,
because that's Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say then. I don't think they'll get embarrassed at home, but for me, 3-0's over. It's going to be hard to overcome. So I think Real Madrid go through. And I think Mbappe's back in the squad as well. And I think Bernard might be back in there as well. But I think I'm going to say 1-1. 1-1
To be fair,
draw.
that's what I'm thinking, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think Real Madrid will score, take the foot off, and then City will draw one back. Right, but
Yeah.
it'll just make the second leg respectable.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But Real Madrid for me go through overall anyway.
Yeah.
And then we got Arsenal by Leverkusen. These games are all tomorrow, by the way. I'm gonna say, yeah. I'm gonna say this game is gonna go extra time.
I think it goes to penalties.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I think someone might score extra time. But I'm gonna say extra time.
I think it goes to pens and they lose on pens. You know.
Well, Arsenal lose on pens.
Yeah, bro. Soul destroying. It will be soul destroying. Because you think about it, bro. An extra 30 minutes.
Jonas is planning Arsenal's destruction, innit?
and then you can get beat on penalties, brother. Listen, that's total destruction, bro.
I hear it.
It's horrible. It's horrible, bro. Because you play them extra 30 minutes thinking, yeah, we're in this, bye. You get to penalties and you think, fucking hell.
And then taking that to another cup final is gonna be
And then taking that into the cup final.
Getting knocked out at 2 cups on the bounce and then having to play your next league game as well. Like, it could get sticky, innit? It could get sticky, you know. Yeah, I'm going penalties because I believe you got to speak that into existence.
We're predicting, that Bayer Leverkusen beat Arsenal on penalties.
Yeah.
They draw with Bournemouth and get smoked by Man City Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mamba reckons 5-0 easy work. Yeah, I think.
Listen,
I think Mamba's new to this.
They struggled in the first leg. I don't know what game he was watching in the first leg.
Yeah,
bro, he weren't watching. He weren't watching. That's the thing.
Hold on. Their defenders got bullied by a man that plays in the German league. Got bullied by a man that plays in the German league.
Who?
That we don't rate.
Who's that?
What's his name? Bayer Leverkusen striker was bullying Gabriel and Saliba, bro. Did you not see it, bro?
Nah, Christian. What? No, that striker was Christian Kafani.
Brother, he was bullying both of their defenders, bro.
Kafani. Oh yeah, I was thinking German league. Oh, Christian Kafani was linked with Man United. You know, he played in the Segunda division in Spain for Valladolid, I think it was. Yeah,
but he's bullying man that are supposed to be 2 top-notch defenders, and that's what we're doing.
And he plays in a farmers league supposedly. Like,
the same farmers league that these guys all sign players from. Yeah,
so I'm saying, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. People put so much disrespect on it. Like, I'm telling you now.
Clockenders comedy show tonight, lads. All right, big up Clockenders.
Put it this way. I hope he keeps the same energy tomorrow, because if they lose, and he's not in there,
you know for a fact he's not going to.
Yo, Clockenders, have you bought a ticket to watch this destruction happen in front of your eyes? Like, I know Clockenders likes to go to all the home games, innit? Or even goes to the away ones, but fucking hell. Don't tell me you've got a ticket.
He was stressed last time. Remember the game against United? Thought man was gonna cry.
Bro. You know.
Well, he's going tomorrow. He's there, block 25.
Gee.
Boy, listen, you might want to go in disguise, man, because tomorrow.
Listen, you might want to take some tissues. That's all I'm saying.
Take a hanky. That's what I was about to say, man. Take some tissues or something, bro. Some Kleenex and that.
Mamba. If you guys win 5-0 tomorrow, I will personally, let you come on here and just chat whatever you want, and I would have to hold my tongue and not say anything. Yeah, you've heard it here first. Guys, you've heard it here, yeah? If Arsenal win 5-0, Mamba's the king, and I can't say a word to Mamba. You know? Mamba, you'll be in charge, man. That's what's going to happen, yeah? But it's not going to happen. So, listen. Gav, Arsenal winning the league, broski. Yeah? Listen. Well, unless you got a crystal ball, man, that's nonsense. It's nonsense. Listen, you guys are nine points clear, yeah? And as I said, man, there's still a long way, you know. So I'm just looking forward to this game tomorrow, because I've got a feeling there's gonna be an upset. And it could be that game. It
It's
could
gonna
be
be an
that game.
upset, bro.
No Yuri and Timber. You're gonna have Mosquito at right back or Ben White.
Bro, there's gonna be an upset, bro.
You reckon? All right, cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's gonna go extra time. You're saying penalties, yeah?
I'm saying penalties, bro, and they lose on penalties, bro. Soul destroying, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
this
speaking
way.
it into existence with Jonas. It's
I'm telling you,
penalties.
bro,
It's a loss on
soul
penalties.
destroying, bro. I'm
it
telling
goes
you
to
now, if they lose on pens, I will be on here and I will ask, where is Mamba? That's all I want to know. That's all.
Bro, but you should know by now what these guys do, yeah? They don't show up when they get beat, man. And that's very often.
Listen, they better show up, because if they lose tomorrow on penalties, I'm not gonna say I had a crystal ball or anything, but I'm just saying.
Well, fuck that. I'm gonna be claiming we spoke it into existence if it happens, bro. Fuck that. I'm taking full credit for it.
Jokeres 2, Havertz 1, Saka 2.
Nah.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. Mosquito played decent at right back last time. Yeah. Well, this is Champions League football, Premier League shit. So let's see what happens. Let's move it on anyway. So I'm gonna say, yeah. We're saying Leverkusen to upset Arsenal. Yeah. Barcelona, Newcastle. For me, I don't think it's gonna be an easy game for Barcelona, but I think at home, Yamal was rested on the weekend as well. They smoked Sevilla, I think 5-1. I think Barca go through this game, but I don't think it's gonna be easy. But they're playing on Wednesday, so yeah, I think Barca win the game. I'm gonna say Barca win this game. I'm gonna say 2-0.
I'm between 2-0 and 3-1.
Yeah. I think Barca are capable of conceding, yeah. But the fact that Barca only conceded 1 away from home, they're gonna dominate possession against Newcastle. And the problem is for Newcastle, yeah, Newcastle know they're gonna have to play in a counter-attack. And that's the only joy that they could possibly get. But I think personally, Barca are gonna dominate possession. I think if Barca get an early goal, it's good night for Newcastle. Because Newcastle now have to alter their position, and Barca can at least drop a bit deep, knowing that they're ahead. And again, they've got technicians in their team that will just keep the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm going 2-0. I don't think Newcastle will get battered, but 2-0 for me.
I'm gonna go 3-1. I think
3-1,
Newcastle will get a goal, but then obviously, like I think if it's gonna be a case of like Barca go 1 up, then Newcastle get 1 back, and that's when like Barca wake the fuck up and finish him. You know what I mean?
I reckon.
I think Yamal as well. Yeah, Yamal's gonna shine tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna have a point to prove after that last match, innit?
But what the thing is, yeah, this is what people do, yeah, because people are plotting on Yamal's downfall. Yeah, Lewis Hall's a good defender. But the amount of nonsense I've heard, Lewis Hall had Yamal in his pocket, and it's like these people just do too much, man. It's like I've seen loads of players have players in their pocket, but because it's Yamal, it's like, yeah, let's just get onto Yamal because, as I say, they just want to plot his downfall. But I think Yamal's going to show up tomorrow, and don't be surprised if he gets a man of the match tomorrow.
Nah,
just saying, him and Pedri. Just saying. Tottenham, Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid are bloody winning that, mate. Why are we even discussing that game?
Hey, listen, why are you talking? Tottenham got a draw.
Why are we even discussing that game?
You need to relax, Jonas. You need to relax.
Hey,
you need to relax.
Hey,
you can't be writing off Tottenham, bro.
We're not discussing that game.
Hey, listen. I reckon, yeah. I don't think Atletico. I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a draw, but Tottenham are going out though.
Nah.
Well, you think
Atletico are running away with that, bruv?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Is that Atletico as well, isn't it?
No, it's at Tottenham.
It made no difference. They're losing at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter where Tottenham play, to be fair, bro. Nah, they're getting beat. I
Yeah,
think obviously it's not gonna be uh, as high a scoreline, but it doesn't need to be. I think they just dominate the game. I think it's 2-0. I got 2-0.
2-0 Atletico, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say a draw. I think because what's his name? That Igor Tudor. I think they're saying they're giving him another 2 games, isn't it? And I just got a sneaky feeling, yeah, he's gonna fluke. He's gonna not fluke, but I reckon he's gonna get a positive result because I think everyone's expecting Atletico to dominate them, but I think just like the PSG game, Atletico Madrid are gonna just sit tight. They're not gonna really give up too much space, and I think Tottenham again will want to make it respectable, innit?
Yeah.
That's why I'm going for the draw.
I hear it, but is it not the most Tottenham thing to do to fucking go and get a draw against Liverpool and then go back to fucking losing?
yeah. I think it will be. I think it will be the most Spursy thing ever, bro.
Yeah.
There's only 2 teams they've taken a point off this season: us and City, bro. Says it all, bro. They're going back to being
Oh yeah,
Spursy.
I forgot. That City game, yeah, in Tottenham, yeah. I mean, that has to be probably one of the worst decisions I've seen. Yeah, how Mark Guehi never got a foul on him by Solanke. Solanke went for the shot. Yeah, he booted Guehi in the back of the leg, which is what made the goal go through. And they said goal. Like, it made no sense. But,
I hear it.
yeah, it's what happens, isn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna say draw. You're not saying Madrid to win, yeah? Liverpool, Galatasaray.
I reckon we come back. I reckon it'll be the most Liverpool thing ever. I reckon we come back. I reckon we.
Bro, are you forgetting you just drew with Tottenham? Or,
hey, don't worry about that result, bro. In Champions League, it's a different story.
You know what makes me laugh? In actual fact, yeah, I actually think you guys are gonna somehow scumbag a victory.
That's what I mean. I think we will, bro.
Yeah, I've got a feeling because I think Champions League crowd be up for it. You know,
we'll scumbag a victory, brother.
The top end gonna start going crazy. Hey, you know,
Slot will still be in the job. I don't need that.
Thing is though, yeah, it's not gonna happen. But do you think he starts Rio tomorrow?
No,
he won't.
I think that's why he started fucking yesterday because he's preparing for tomorrow.
Yeah. What team do you reckon he plays then?
The normal team, isn't it? He's playing.
Is Konate out injured or is he?
No, I don't think he's out injured.
I'll say he's back. Well, if you're playing Joe Gomez, man, I don't know. Like, Joe Gomez looked like something special when he first come on the scene, man. He's looking worse than Phil Jones. You know what I mean?
He's injury prone, isn't it? He's injury prone and he's up and down. He's in and out of the team.
He's through. Matthias Marnie. I'm watching the Wolves Brentford.
But yeah, no, I just think to myself that freaking he'll go with his normal team. I don't know if he'll play Robertson though instead of Kirkes.
Do you reckon Verts plays? Yeah, Verts will play tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, Verts will play tomorrow.
You know what? It's a tough game because Galatasaray got something to hold on to, but then you'd expect Galatasaray to sit deep, and that's going to get the crowd up. You know what I mean? So, do you reckon he starts Salah tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah, of course he does. In a Champions League game, he's starting Salah tomorrow. Starting Salah and Gakpo, bro.
So what? Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike, front three.
Yeah.
And then Verts, McAllister, Gravenberch.
Yeah. Szoboszlai, right?
Robertson. Do you reckon Frimpong starts right back?
Nah, he'll probably start Szoboszlai.
Oh, Szoboszlai, yeah.
Yeah, he'll start Szoboszlai.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think the only thing is though, yeah. I reckon he could be missing a trick not starting Frimpong on the right because you need to go and get a goal back. And again, the one thing he's got is pace. So again, if you're going to use his pace, it gets the crowd up. And then
you'd start him. You'd start him and Kirkes because they'll both be a problem for pace wise.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. But then it means that you've got to drop either McAllister and obviously Szoboszlai won't get dropped. So yeah, I think if he's got brains, man, he probably starts Frimpong to try and go for the game because I think he's gonna probably try and use Frimpong as an impact sub for his pace later in the game, but
but it's 1-0, isn't it? It's 1-0 in the game, so you might as
that's
well
what I mean. Yeah,
get the early goal, and then you can freaking be like, all right, cool, we can build on this.
yeah.
I think Galatasaray is gonna fucking sit deep and catches on the
Gosh,
counter, and I think Galatasaray knock you out. But on the flip side of it, I do think it's gonna be the best thing for your season. I think then, obviously, without the extra games and all the extra bullshit, you can do what we're starting to do and just start focusing on the league now, because without Champions League football, you man are going to be fucking under a bit of pressure because you don't get the same money. You know what I mean? You man need that 4th place minimum. So I think yous getting knocked out will lead to yous ending up finishing 4th. You know what I mean? But I think yous man will be throwing everything at it for that early goal. And I think if Galatasaray catch you with one counter, which your defense is your weakest point, let's be real. You get me? If they catch you on a counter,
I think Osman's going to target Van Dijk tomorrow.
Yeah, all day. Why wouldn't you? Looking at this weekend, knowing that he's going to play, I know what I'd be thinking. You know what I mean? And Osimhen's got some strength about him too. Like, he's not going to be bullied off anything. I do feel like they catch you on a counter 2-0, it's a write-off. They can then afford to sit deep. And the crowd at Anfield's always going to be like a contribution to the match, innit? But I think Galatasaray, just by hook or by crook, they're gonna find a way to hold out.
Yeah.
But,
you know what? It's difficult because I think you know what it is? I'm thinking Liverpool go through. I want to say 2-0, but I think if they don't get the early goal, then I think that could change everything. Yeah, I think the early goal is key. If you get an early goal, I think you go through the momentum and that. But I think if you don't get the early goal, Galatasaray might get confidence. But I'm going to say Liverpool go through. I'm going to say 2-0 because I think they'll get the early goal.
I'm going to go 1-1 draw.
1-1. What? Yeah. Liverpool to go out, yeah?
Yeah.
Eric, Jonas, what are you saying?
Early goal. I say we win. I say we win 2-0 at home. I say we win 2-0 at home. I think it's an Ekatike and a Vert show.
Yeah, to be fair, them two together do play well.
Yeah.
They do play well.
I can see it. I can see it happening the same way. But like I say, if I can just see them man, if them man catch you on a counter, it shuts down your show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know what as well, they got to watch out for Barris Yilmaz. Like, he's a problem. Barris Yilmaz, the guy with the blonde hair.
Yeah,
you got to watch out for him, man. So, but I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to say 2-0. I think Liverpool do go through. But again, it's going to be dependent on the early goal. And in the last game, Bayern Munich and Atalanta. I think Bayern actually destroyed them in the first leg. No Harry Kane,
Yeah.
I think Harry Kane gets a hat-trick tomorrow.
You think so?
I don't even think they put out a full-strength team, bro. I think they rest players here.
But I swear they're like about 9 or 10 points clear in the league anyway.
Yeah.
Same way. I'm not. There's no need to play a strong team when you've got such a lead already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going into is it not at fucking Bayern as well?
It's at Bayern, at home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they've got no need to. They can put out a bunch of kids really and give them a bit of experience in this one. Rest up. So like I say, even though like they might be fairly much clear in the fucking league, they've still got a lot of games to play. Considering if they want to really compete in this Champions League, next round they're looking at it like Real Madrid, innit?
Yeah.
Look at what they've just done to City. Why am I going to risk Harry Kane like when he's already like, is he not just coming back from injury?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Why risk it? Let him rest up. We don't need to play him until fucking we play Real. Why do it? Or
Why
give him a
risk it?
couple minutes here and there just to keep him fucking match fit. But rest the fuck out of him right now if you don't need to play him, because you know you've got big games coming up where you're gonna rely on him heavily.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I can
I think whatever team they put out anyway, I think they win the game.
yeah.
I
I
don't
can
think
see it
they
still
beat-
being like 2 or 3-0 me with a weak
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna beat them the way they beat them last game, but I think 2 or 3-0. Yeah, I mean at least say, I mean I think Musiala come on and scored as well. I think him and Leonard Cole probably play together tomorrow as well. So yeah, I'm gonna say 2-0. Nah, I'm gonna say 3-0 Bayern. 3-0 Bayern. Yeah, 3-0 Bayern.
Yeah, I can say I can see 2 or 3-0.
Yeah.
Just to be different, I'll go 2-0 in it, but fucking I can see 3-0, so same way.
Cool. Joe, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'd say 3-0. I can see him even without a strong team. I can still see him like dominating.
So literally, yeah, we're saying possibly one English team goes through.
Yeah,
And that's Liverpool.
And I don't even think that. I think every English team goes out because look, I touched on it before. Yeah, if you go through the league winners since like 2010, it's all been weak. Even United's last league winning team, it was the weakest team we've ever had.
Yeah.
Like if you, on paper, we had guys like Tom Cleverley in the squad. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it was not like top tier throughout the years we've had. You know what I mean? Like, we had squad players like Nicky Butt at one point, and then we had Tom Cleverley on our last league title. Different worlds, but like I say, I don't really see how like this league can be considered a top league anymore. You know what I mean? If you look at the quality in like throughout the league, like remember when it used to be like Hazard, fucking Drogba, like there'd be like 3 or 4 players in each team that were top draw players. Nowadays, no one's got that. Everyone's clutching at straws, talking about, Rice is a world class player, and then I'll wait for another one that you can even try to justify. You know what I mean? Same way Chelsea can say, "Oh, we got Caicedo, Reece James." There's an argument against his fitness, so he doesn't. You know what I mean? It never really fucking. It's not too strong.
I'll tell you what as well. Yeah, where it tells you where this league's at. Yeah, I see sign today, and I'm thinking, you know what is this is part of the problem. Yeah, I'm hearing the 3 front runners for Player of the Year is Gabriel Magalhaes, Declan Rice, and Bruno Fernandes. They're the 3 front runners, yeah. And I tell you what, yeah, if they're the 3 front runners, that just tells you where football's gone. Because you're giving it to a defender, to a guy that runs around and collects grass, and a guy that just gets numbers, but doesn't put in a 90-minute performance. And those 3 there are heading the Player of the Year. And this is why the English league, yeah, is actually crap now. Because before we were giving Player of the Years to real talent, the Eden Hazards, the Luis Suarez, the Ronaldos. You know what I mean? The Van Persies, the Rooneys, the Scholes, Tevez, to real talent.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in the hands of probably Declan Rice, Bruno, or Gabriel. Like, yeah, football's done that in the Premier League, man.
And that's what I'm saying. From like 2010 onwards, if you look at the league, like we still had Van Persie in the league, we still had Rooney, but it was the end of the era. You know what I mean? And like the wave that we've had in the league since then, the level just doesn't compete. You know what I mean? And to be fair, there is an argument that the level's just not there in the game anymore. You know what I mean? But the league definitely has dropped off to the. Like I say, from 2015, if you start looking at the squads that won the league, yeah, like you had Chelsea, Leicester, and then Chelsea again, which that's a testament of how shit the league was that you had that for 3 years. And then City just dominated because they had a decent squad and they were the only team in the league with a real good squad. You know what I mean? Like everybody else was dog shit basically. It's an absolute joke. So yeah, every English team goes out tomorrow, and that should be the wake up call where everyone has to admit that English football has dropped the fuck off.
Yeah.
This is why Arsenal might win the league, because the league's shit, not because they're actually good.
Yeah, it's a Leicester season. This is a Leicester season. If Arsenal win the league, it's as random as when Leicester won it. I don't care what anyone says. Because the way that they've played football, this is like if Stoke won the league. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Nah, I'm not having it.
We'll start calling them Stoke Arsenal. You know what I mean? Stoke Arsenal. Like, trust me, man. Stoke Arsenal.
No.
They're crap, man. But yeah, listen, let's just go through the comments before we wrap it up. Salah's been doing that for years, just numbers. Yeah, and that's the problem. So that's why people thinking now, oh, what's happened to Salah? Don't be surprised. He's never been that good in the first place. He was just getting numbers that masked over performances like Bruno Fernandes. You know, Fitz and Gav stuck in 2013.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, the game has gone shit. Go back to when it was actually good and watch it, and then come back and watch Match of the Day from this week and tell me where the game's at. It's a joke.
The game's in the dustbin, man. Seriously. I actually watched I watched before I come on live. Yeah, I was watching the again, Arsenal fans won't know what this feels like. I was watching the 2008 Champions League final, Man United Chelsea, where we won.
Yeah.
You know? That's how bored I am of football right now, Premier League.
Bro, I'm telling you now, yeah, you know what game you want to go back and watch? The second leg in 99 against Juve at Match in Turin.
Oh yeah, come on.
The Keane show.
Yeah, Colin York.
Yeah, bro. Go back. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I watched that not too long ago. I tried to get my son to watch it with me, but because it's not a live match, he just wasn't having it. You know what I mean? But
let's not forget, man. Zidane was in that team for Juventus as well. You know.
Yeah, bro. Don't get it twisted. When you see the start of the match, yeah, and the two teams come up, bro, that in itself. I know you're gonna look at it and say, "Yeah, the game's in the bin." Look at that.
Oh, the game's been in the bin for time, man. For time,
bro. It's absolutely disgusting. I swear they've even got like Davids and them. Like, bro, it's a ridiculous squad. It was an absolute ridiculous squad. But yeah, like that game, that shows you what a captain should be for Manchester United. You know what I mean? Like, bro, one of the greatest matches I've ever seen, and I still go back and watch that shit now because I'm bored watching this shit. Every single week I will watch every match that I can do. If the matches don't conflict, I'm watching them all in it. So if I can do, I'm watching the Arsenal match, I'm watching the City, I'm watching Liverpool, and I'm watching United. Every single game is dog shit compared to anything that I grew up watching. Like, yo, do you remember the game when we was 3-0 down against Tottenham and came back and beat them 5-3?
Oh, come on, bro. Of course, at White Hart Lane. Come on,
bro. There is so many games I'll go back to and just say, fuck it. I know it's on YouTube. It's there. You get me? Like, bro.
Yeah, bro. Listen, that's when we had proper quality. We had real quality in our team, man. Like,
and this is what I'm saying, because I'm willing to go back and say, you know what? I'm gonna watch a classic game that I know was quality, just to remind myself of the levels and the expectations in that shirt. And that's why I can stand here and say, Bruno Fernandes is not that guy. Please go back and watch some old matches. Don't even just watch clips, because the clips you'll think, nah, anyone can edit up shit.
Yeah.
Bro, go and watch actual matches and see how these man dictated games. Watch how Roy Keane dictated that game. Go and watch fucking. I swear, there was a match. What match was it I watched the other week? It was a random one. It was something. It was something like United West Ham or United Coventry or something mad from like '97. And Paul Scholes just dictated the show, like absolutely ran everything. And he was just a kid at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. These ballers today are not the same.
Now he's getting compared to Declan Rice. You know what I mean? It tells you, innit?
Bro,
Crazy.
this is what I'm saying, man.
Boy. Anyway, let me see this question. So remember Tony Pulis at the Bernabeu? Yeah, listen, you've got a modern day version of Tony Pulis right now. So less of the, you know what I mean? Less of the Pulis talk, man, because you got one in your hands right now. It's that bad, Mamba. You know what I mean? But any other news? Any other news?
No, nothing at the moment. I don't think.
Nothing
else really going on, is there?
I seen something about Klopp fucking has commented something about.
Bro, I purposely ignored that. I didn't want to bring this up. Yeah,
commented about what?
He's a Klopp. Yeah, you see him. He's the manager of the mutants. That's what he is. Yeah, he said something about Bruno Fernandes. And I purposely ignored it, man. So I don't talk about it because you see idiots like that. Yeah. These guys need to just.
To be fair, that's not what I even heard. What I heard was basically fucking because obviously something about Real had tried to approach him or some shit, but his demands for coming back into management is essentially he wants kind of like full control essentially in it. He doesn't want the board getting involved too tough and all that.
That's not where football is no more. That's not where football is no more. This is why they're called head coaches for a reason, which is why when Amorim tried pulling the wool over our eyes and try and say he's a manager, we know you're not a manager. You're a head coach.
Yeah.
You're not in charge of anything.
But that's the thing, though. It's one of them. Fucking with him saying that, obviously, it just seems very convenient that it's being said round about the time where every Liverpool fan's saying "fuck Slot" now, innit? Like I'm done.
Was he going back there? You reckon? Yeah.
I don't know. I looked at the odds not too long ago, and the odds weren't bad. But to be fair, I swear that like the odds for Luis Enrique to Liverpool was only like 11-1. It's not outrageous considering what we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could never see Enrique going Liverpool, man. I could never.
But that's the thing, bro. He was like 20-1 or something at the time for United, so the odds were almost halved for fucking them, man. You get me? Like
that's mad.
Like I say, he's more likely going Liverpool than United according to the bookies when I last checked.
There's only one man I want, Xabi Alonso.
To be fair, he is the favourite, or was when I last checked, innit?
There is only one man I want for that job, and that is Xabi Alonso.
Makes the most sense.
Yeah, bro.
And obviously, bear in mind, we did say at the round about the same time when we were saying we wanted to get rid of Amorim and bring in an interim of Carrick until the end of the season. You said the same thing about Xabi Alonso, innit? Like, you could be in the same boat as us, but in a much better position because you still had everything to fight for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's sticky still. I personally, I think it's going to be Alonso at the end of the season for you, but you never know. With Klopp making noise suddenly, it just seemed a bit coincidental to me, innit?
Yeah, because there was talks of him going to Atletico, innit? Apparently Atletico were trying to get him in, and he was like, but I don't know if it aligns with him, innit? That's what they were saying.
Bro, I can't see Simeone leaving that club anytime soon.
Yeah, I can't either. So, but
I think he retires there, innit?
Yeah. Cool. Boy, anyway,
unless he goes to Argentina.
Exactly.
What manager him?
Yeah. I can see him eventually. Like that'll be his final job, innit? Like when he does leave Atletico, I reckon it'll only be for that or just straight retirement, innit? But if he does another job, it'll be Argentina.
Yeah, I hear it. Cool. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up anyway, guys. But big up yourselves each and every time for coming on. Big up to Fitz and Jonas as well for coming through. Guys, big up to all the mods as well, each and every time. Guys, if we can just smash the like button on your way out, and make sure if you haven't subbed to the channel, make sure you do as well if you're new in here, and make sure you share the channel on all your platforms, and make sure you go and subscribe to or follow Jonas and Fitz on their socials, which I'll put in the description straight after the stream as well. And guys, we are going to be back on Wednesday for our usual stream. For our all-time 11. Obviously, we're going to be doing Chelsea, you know, so the Chelsea one's bound to be a good one. Jay, are you free? Are you free on Wednesday? Free Wednesday?
This Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll have to let you know.
Yeah, let me know.
But give me
so
a shot. Yeah.
If anything, 8 o'clock Wednesday.
Cool. Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right, bro. Cool, man. But yeah, Fitz, you're back. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What are you doing Wednesday?
Yeah. Huh?
What are you doing Wednesday? What's the
So we're doing the all-time 11s that we're doing. So this time it's Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So guys, if you're not sure what the all-time 11s we're doing, so we're going through all the major teams in Europe. So obviously we're on the Premier League. So we've done Man United, we've done Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City last week. Now we're going to do Chelsea, and then we've got one more to do in the Premier League, which will be Tottenham, and then we're going to move on to La Liga. So it's the best 11s of all time from certain eras up until obviously the current day. So we're still going to decide what Chelsea one we're going to do. So yeah, make sure you join us at 8 p.m. on Wednesday, and obviously get involved in the chat as always. And listen, Champions League tomorrow, Arsenal, Leverkusen, City, Madrid, and then you got obviously Liverpool Wednesday. It's going to be good, man. So let's see what happens. Obviously Chelsea, PSG as well. Let's see what happens. And as Mamba said, stay humble, boy. Let's hope you stay humble.
Stay humble, eh?
Let's hope you stay humble come Tuesday night, because I'm saying this now, when you guys go out, I'll be here. Hope you are too, Mamba. You know, but yeah, listen, other than that, listen, big up yourselves each and every time. And yeah, we'll catch you guys definitely on Wednesday for the all-time 11. And then boy, tomorrow, man, if you guys get beat, I'll be on there too. Just saying. But other than that,
penalties.
Hey, I'm going extra time, man. I'm going extra time, and I think Leverkusen might have something. Who knows, man? Might even be before that.
Last kick of the game in extra time. That's crazy work.
Imagine that. Imagine that. And then that quadruple talk, you know, will be smoke and mirrors. You know what I mean? But yeah, listen, we'll see what happens. You know, if they do go through, then I'm just saying, man, just be prepared for more nonsense. You know, and yeah, it is what it is. But other than that, guys, big up to yourselves each and every time. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Big up, yeah?
In a bit, gents.
Later.
Pleasure.